What's going on, Internet? The Black Hokage here, aka TBH, and to be honest, I'd like to welcome you guys back to the Game of Illuminati podcast. We are the Enlightened Gamers, and we're back on the scene for episode 114. If you're watching the video version, know this show is available on Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, and all other major podcast platforms. Also, be sure to rate the show 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Your 5-star rating helps us move up the algorithm, which in turn helps in bring new viewers, and you know we like to grow. Now, let me introduce you to my co-host, the first of which, some call him the first son of St. Louis. He crash-landed in Florida via a space pod and seek of a better life like Superman. He goes by UTXJJ the Don. Say what up to the people.
I hate this because it's what we talked about yesterday. Oh man, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. I know the E3 is around the corner, so we definitely have to pull up for another podcast. We appreciate y'all patience though, for real.
Yeah, and now that we're on wax, go ahead and let the people listening know something new that we're trying right now.
Yes, sir. So for all of the people listening to this podcast, either live or listening when we drop this in audio and video form, we're trying a new format. So for all of our Patreon and Discord people, we are using the stage feature, the community stage feature on Discord. So if you are a part of the Patreon and you are in the Discord, you get a chance to actually listen to the podcast live before we drop it for everybody else. So again, this is a test. We are going to see how this goes, and we want to give more people a chance to participate on a specific episode because we know we're kind of sporadic. We don't do this every week or anything like that. So I want to give more people the chance to actually participate in the podcast as we do them. We don't want this to be a community thing as far as like multiple people speaking, because again, we have a separate podcast for the majority of the community to be able to participate. But I do want to allow at least a couple of people, if nothing else, to be able to participate in one particular episode instead of having one person participate in one episode and then, you know, we'll go dark for a month or so and then people don't see the full value. So again, this is a test, but we want your feedback. Let us know how this goes. Let us know how the flow is, and I'm out.
Yeah, if you're just joining the recording, if you want to follow along on the show notes, a link to the show notes is in the community stage text chat on Discord. Also, if you want to be in the next show, be sure to follow us, support us on Patreon at patreon.com/GI updates. But yeah, my second co-host, he hasn't streamed in a long time on Twitch. The viewers are starting to think we should put him on a missing milk carton. I think Ethos should just say what up. Say what up to the people.
I'm glad that now people who are watching this live can actually see that you've pre-written all this. It kind of kills the allure of it, but yeah, whatever.
Right. Well, they only know that. There's first of all, there's 30 people in here listening. They only know that. Now everybody else is. And this is why I don't talk. What time is this? This is why I don't talk to black people after fucking 5 p.m., bro.
Now they all know. TBH isn't clever. He doesn't come up with this off the dome. He writes it down.
Whatever. We get it. You're a game dev. Whatever.
Yeah. I'm special.
It sounds clever, but I give him that. He at least thinks of it before. Like I see him editing the notes like right before we actually hit record.
The hour before we start.
I'll give him that.
Whatever. Freaking patreon.com/GI updates. Now, let's get to the free game. Before we get into the show, free games that are going to be available June 2021. It's a new month. On the Xbox, you get The King's Bird, Shadows Awakening, Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, and Injustice Gods Among Us. So basically, Xbox still don't got no games. On PlayStation, you get Star Wars Squadrons, which is a fairly new game. And then you get the new Virtual Fighter 5 remaster called Ultimate Showdown. Not a bad lineup. On PC, I was too lazy to look up what's on the Epic Game Store, but I do know on Amazon Prime, you get Battlefield 4 and Batman Telltale.
I know the EGS because I did a little article for it. It is Frostpunk.
For Epic Game Store?
Yes, for Epic Game Store.
Is that a good game?
Yeah, Jojo and I played it. It's like a survival sim. It's pretty good if you like survival, like simulation, taking care of a city type of thing.
Okay. All right, well, let's get into the opening conversation. It's been a while since we've done a podcast, and several games have dropped, as well as some interesting news right before E3. One of the first games to drop is actually one of the first PS5 exclusives. It is a I forgot the name of it. What's the name of the genre, Ethos, for this shit?
You talking about Returnal?
Yeah, what's the genre called for Returnal?
A roguelike.
Yeah, fuck
Bullet
that
hell
shit.
roguelike.
Yeah, fuck that shit. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, PS5 got a game finally. They didn't have no games for a while. It's called Returnal. It's a roguelike third-person shooter, space horror, sci-fi bullshit. I played this game for an hour before I uninstalled it. So before I give my opinion, did either one of you knuckleheads play this game?
I don't have a PS5.
You're poor, Jay.
You're right. You got me.
I also did not play it because once I found out what type of game it was, I was like, you know what? I might just wait on that one. Maybe put it on the back burner. So I think the only person that played it was Ace.
That's crazy. Y'all don't play no games. This is a gaming podcast, and y'all don't play no games. What y'all talking about me? Nah.
Yeah, exactly.
You got the money. You're a game
dev.
You got the money.
I'm not paying no $800 for a piece of plastic.
All right. So for those unfamiliar with it, because I'm sure like the mainstream might not be familiar with it, Returnal is a third-person roguelike game. The best way I can describe it is it's like a third-person bullet hell game, where it's like you can take a limited amount of damage and it's constant shit flying all over the screen. But the thing is, it's supposed to be really challenging because you can't save the game. Like it goes by levels. I think they're called like biomes or whatever or something like that. And it only saves once you get to like the next biome. But the problem is like it's so far and few between. So it's a very high skill based game. I thought from the trailers, because I bought this with my own money, and this is why I'm upset. And this game is $70, by the way, on the PS5. I was under the impression that it was just a third-person action adventure game happening in space, playing Space Karen or whatever. And then I bought the game and I found out what it was once I watched the review. And he mentioned how you can't save the game and you literally have to turn off your PS5 in order to do it. I watched that review and I instantly got discouraged. I was like, because I don't like to sweat. Do y'all like to sweat during single-player games?
Yeah, I like Doom.
We played Sekiro and
we played Sekiro.
Like that, so I mean, it depends, but
we're both sweats here.
Yeah.
I wasn't mentally in the mood to fucking play no sweaty ass single player game. The little hour that I played, I will say mechanically it does feel good. Like I don't want anybody thinking this is a bad game. It's one of those things like I wouldn't call this trash because a lot of people actually love it. It got great reviews.
It's not for you?
Yeah, I would say it's not for me. I just don't want to lean up in my chair. I can't save the game. It wasn't. I think I would have been. The reason I played Sekiro for as long as I did was because I think the world was interesting enough to me where I was engaged. But like I wasn't engaged by anything in this game. It kind of just drops you off in a planet. You're playing Space Karen. There is some deeper stuff to it, but it's like I didn't really care to learn about it. I don't want to learn through the environment. Some spooky ass fucking Dark Souls bullshit lore. Just give me a fucking cutscene and let me shoot shit. Does
it question for you, does it play like Andromeda to you?
Yeah, a little bit. I can say that. Yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
The controls.
I haven't played it. It looks like Andromeda to me.
The controls aren't as good as Andromeda. Some of the controls are like really weird. They're kind of ass backwards to me. But it's not a bad game. It's just one of those things I didn't feel like sweating in. And to be honest, it got good reviews, but I still wouldn't buy a PS5 solely for this game. Yeah, PS5 still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I didn't actually uninstall it. I just turned it off. I was like, I'm not gonna do this. Like I just want to have fun. I'm at a point where I just want to have fun.
Greatness still awaits.
Yeah. And I mean, Ratchet and Clank is coming, but after that, PS5 ain't really got no games either. Especially because I forgot to mention it earlier, but God of War Ragnarok got delayed. Do y'all care about that?
I mean, I didn't expect that game to even come out this year. I knew it was going to come out this year. So
yeah, it was a huge long shot. It was probably like a 5% chance that it was going to come out this year. I just knew it. So
yeah, no way. On that. So, yeah, maybe next year.
I'm surprised people are surprised that it got delayed. Like a lot of people in my Twitch chat were just like, "Oh my god, I can't believe!" Like, bro. COVID, they hadn't even shown any gameplay. I'd be more inclined to believe it was going to come out this year if they actually had a gameplay like walkthrough reveal. All they showed was a fucking a title saying God of War Ragnarok, and like motherfuckers thought that was going to come out this year. Like nah, we still at least a year out before that comes out. But since you two
if we weren't going to see any footage, then
no footage, definitely not coming
out. Since you two don't play any games, you want to drag somebody up here? Maybe they can give some more insight on Returnal, Joe?
Here we go.
Yeah, so if anybody has played Returnal or has any thoughts on Returnal, definitely go ahead and request to speak, and I'll bring you up really quick.
Who in the chat got a PS5?
We will move on.
Where's Quest?
But going back to Returnal, I feel like, and I was saying this, I was in a couple of Twitter spaces talking about this. Even though I haven't played the game, I feel like a lot of people were interested in this game simply because it was a new game on the PS5, and the PS5 is super dry. Like, I know you make hella jokes about the Xbox, but you've also said on record that the PS5 ain't got no games right now either. So it was another one of those situations, and I feel like in your situation, in my situation, and I feel like a lot of other people's situation who have never played roguelike games, or there's not their type of game, we were kind of thrown for a loop because we didn't know what type of genre that was, and we were like, oh, like this is the format of this game. Because me and Ethos were talking about it in our own Twitter spaces as well. When we talked, I think it was like our first one that we ever did. I think it kind of just threw us all for a loop, but a lot of people were just interested simply because it was a new game for PS5 and there's just nothing out there. So I think people are just willing to try anything. And it got to a point where the casual people that have never played, again, a roguelike before, then they started complaining, saying that, because there's no save points and there's no difficulty, that, they should put it on easy mode. Like, it was a little bit of controversy behind this. So I found that interesting when it came to this game specifically.
I'm just gonna talk my. Oh no, go ahead.
I was saying, maybe I'm incorrect. I wasn't paying attention, but did y'all see anywhere in the promotions, like the trailers, did they promote this as a roguelike game? Because I've been paying attention to this game and I never saw that.
They I think in a couple trailers they said there was a cycle, you had to break the cycle of dying and repeating. So I think that's the way that they marketed it as, like you would be repeating it constantly.
As somebody who's played a little bit, that feels like it has more to do with the story. Because
the story has to do with that. Yeah, I think it's like cheese gets stuck on the planet or something like that. Yeah, I saw some like little gameplay of this game like a year ago, and I was like, oh, this looks really cool, but I didn't know what type of game it was. And then I honestly didn't even know it was a roguelike until like reviews that came out and they said that it was a hard like roguelike shooter. And for me, like, I played Hades, so I was like, oh, this sounds cool. But like that was before everyone realized how long it was and that there was no saves and all this other stuff that like piss people off.
Yeah, so when I saw in the gameplays, like I saw shit all over the screen, so I interpreted it was a bullet hell game, and I'm cool with that because like some of my favorite games for like in the arcade days is those bullet hell games where fucking
the studios
you were the spaceships and shit.
Yeah.
But like I didn't know there was no save point. Like I feel like that's a very vital thing you should put in the fucking promotion, because when I turned that shit on, I was like, nah, bro. Talking about I got to put my PS5 in sleep mode so I don't lose my place. That's running my electricity bill up. I'm an adult. I don't, bruh. No, I'm good off that.
Yeah. What I will say is Returnal is just another example why in a Game Pass, if this game was on Game Pass, I think like a lot of more people would have given it a shot, because it's definitely that type of divisive game where it's like you said, I don't want to spend $70 on like, well, maybe I might like this, I might not. If it was on a Game Pass system, then, people could at least try it out and see if they liked it or not, and then, move from there.
Yeah, but
this was, I think, and this, correct me if I'm wrong, but this was the first game in the current generation that was $70 retail, right?
No, that was 2K. No, that was 2K.
Besides 2K.
Damn, you hate 2K so much it's not a game to you?
Yeah, that's definitely not a game.
No, that's a gotcha game.
That's a gotcha game. That ain't a game.
That's a gotcha game, bro.
I feel you. Yeah, I agree. It should have been like a game. I don't even feel like people will be talking about this game a year from now. It only got as much hype as it did is because it's a PS5 exclusive and PS5 don't got no games. And that's not to say it's bad, but if this would have came out at the same time as like, I don't know, a Ratchet and Clank, I don't think anybody would have been talking about it at all.
Yeah, I feel like, again, like it goes back to it was just out at the right time because there were no games out. So, the Sony people, they love to brag about pretty much anything. The Xbox people do the same thing. So, it is what it is when it comes to console wars. So, it was just out at the right time. And I feel like the only people that are still playing this type of game now are like the speed runners, the people that, this is all that they do. Like, this appeals to that type of crowd. It's a niche crowd for roguelike games, now that I know exactly what genre this is. So those are only type of people that are playing it. But everybody that beat it already, like, if you are not that type of person that loves playing games over and over and over and over and over, just seeing how fast you can beat it, you have no interest in it anymore. And the people that don't like these type of games, they instantly just dropped it.
I've been paying attention. I don't know how this shit works. Freaking, did anybody ping to come up here? Like, will we get like a boop or something shit like that?
Yeah, you'll get an update. No one wants to see.
Nobody wants to talk about it. See? Nobody on the stage want to talk about this shit either.
Oh, wait, there it is.
Okay, now we got somebody.
Pull them up.
All right, broke money.
All right. Is he
broke
muted?
Money.
There he goes. Okay.
Hey, what's going on?
What's good with
Hello.
you?
Hey, appreciate y'all having me up here.
Yes, sir. So how you feeling about
Right.
Returnal?
So, yeah, I played Returnal. I finished it in about, I think, like 25 hours. And the game, as y'all said, it's really sweaty. I'm not gonna lie. It's extremely sweaty. It's not one of them games you want to play when you just looking to like chill back and play like a, chill single player game. It's really sweaty, like a Doom kind of like pace wise. But as far as the actual game goes, I think it's a really good game. I'm not gonna lie. But it's easy to like get caught up in like all the fake deep stuff, but like you can kind of just ignore that and enjoy the gameplay for what it is. But the game is like, it's split into like 2 acts. So like there's the first act, which is 3 worlds, and then the second act, which is another 3 worlds, and there's a save point in between. But if you die, you go back to whatever act, like the first world on whatever act you were in. So yeah, it didn't take me too long to finish the game, but I think like if you're into like a really sweaty type of game, or like you just want to like really sit up in your chair type stuff, it's a good game. But it's definitely not for everybody. If it's like I would say it's like a Doom if you turn the difficulty all the way up.
Would you recommend people sweat for people who don't own PS5s? Would you recommend them sweating over getting a PS5 for just this, or this is just something you would pick up if you already have one?
I would say if you want to play like this, and then you got Ratchet coming out, and then God of War next year. But then just this game alone, nah. But it is a good game. I would give it like a 8 out of 10.
Okay. There you have it.
You pretty much do agree though that this is for a specific audience. You don't think that everyone would like this type of game. It's really for like the sweats.
It for sure is for a certain type of audience. This is my first roguelike game that I've ever played. But like I didn't play Hades or anything like that. I did play Doom, but this is the first like roguelike game I played, and I would say I enjoyed myself. But I would say that they should have some type of demo or something, because you can easily pay $70 for this game and play it for an hour and not pick it back up. Like, this is very valid.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. Like, especially like if you get far enough into a run and you're really grinding it out, and then you die, and you got to go all the way back to square one. Like, that would be frustrating.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, TBA, just send me your copy then, bro, since you ain't gonna use it when I get my PS5.
When you get a PS5, sir.
Yeah, whenever I get a PS5.
Cool. We
appreciate
that.
you, broke money. We're gonna move you back down, but appreciate your input.
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
y'all.
Appreciate you, bro. Stay safe.
All right, let's move on to Mass Effect Legendary Edition. This is the remastered version of Mass Effect. You get all 3 games in the original trilogy, plus all the DLC minus 1 DLC, because they had like some corrupted files or whatever. But it's hundreds of hours of content. There's a bunch of quality of life changes. They improved a lot in Mass Effect 1. A lot of visual updates as well. It's not a full-blown remake, but like there's been times where I've been streaming this and I'm like, yo, this shit looks really fucking good. And my favorite thing, before I even like get into the impression, because I want to actually hear from Jay, I will say the one thing I love about this remaster is like whenever I'm streaming it, people come in the chat and they'll be like, yo, this is my first time playing Mass Effect with this remaster, and he's like, I see why you and Ethos love it. They're like, oh, yo, I just finished my run of the trilogy. I see why this is one of y'all favorite games. So I'm liking that this is introducing a lot of new people into the franchise, and they're all becoming N7 fanboys. But Jay, this is your first proper kind of dip into the Mass Effect universe, because before you tried to play Mass Effect 2, he finally knows who Garrus is. So how you feeling about this remaster, Jay?
Yeah, I definitely moved like 100% out of order, so I apologize for that. I kind of feel bad though, because now that I played Mass Effect 1, I really like it. Like, I really do. Clearly I haven't beat it because I haven't had time. I think I played maybe, if I had to guess, like under 10 hours. So I'm literally like not even a third or fourth of the way through. So I have
You're pretty
lot
close.
more.
You could beat it in under 15 hours.
Yeah, the game Mass Effect 1 is really short.
They sped it up. Yeah,
Okay.
They sped up the game a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, the leveling up is much easier too. The XP. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. But one thing that I did see, besides like, being introduced to all the characters and stuff, it also made me appreciate Andromeda's gameplay.
Oh,
I'm not
God,
saying
yeah.
that Mass Effect 1 gameplay is bad, because it's not.
It didn't
especially
age
with
well.
this one.
It didn't age well.
It definitely age well. Because I remember when I started playing it, people were like, "Oh my god!" Like I remember the sniping was like terrible.
It's bad. It was bad. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, like the sniping actually feels pretty good. Like it's not the best, but it felt pretty good in the legendary edition. So like those are again some of the things that I feel ignorant on because I didn't play the original. But now that I'm playing this, it's like when people come back and tell me these things that they have problems with, then I totally understand. And then watching you play TBH when you were talking about a lot of people play Mass Effect, or they have played Mass Effect like it's a straight shooter and they didn't use any of the moves. I'm like, well, what is the point? Like, I don't understand why
it's
people
bad.
playing it that way.
I've had several people come in my chat while I was streaming Mass Effect 1, and they said it's so nice to watch somebody who actually knows how to play the game. I was like, that reinforces what we thought. A lot of people just probably play the soldier class and they just shoot. They didn't know how to combine any of the biotics, how to move the teammates and command them. Like there's more depth to it than people give credit.
Yeah, in the soldier class, I mean, y'all told me straight up, like even from the
Use that
beginning,
shit.
y'all like the soldier class is the worst. Yeah, why would you
Use
pick
that
the
shit.
soldier class? And I'm
You did that on your
I'm
8th
like,
playthrough.
Yeah, do it on your
yeah,
eighth
like
on
the
your
soldier
board.
class, it just looks boring. Like even if y'all didn't tell me, I probably wouldn't pick that class. So like, I mean, shout out to y'all if y'all actually like that. Who played it, but so far, like I understand, I am fully becoming enlightened. See, even I can become enlightened. Like we've been doing this for
Enlightened
we've been doing this since
gamers.
2013. Yeah, even I can become enlightened when it comes to certain things. So like, even though like again, I haven't scratched the surface with the first one, I can already see why you both, first of all, why you all are shields, but second of all, why you all love this
He's just
series
jealous
so
he didn't get an
much.
N7 helmet.
Yeah, he's just right.
I'm jealous.
I'm jealous.
I'm jealous.
He didn't get the N7 helmet.
I'm jealous.
I got me
But,
like 4
no.
mouse pads from him.
EA hookers
Right,
and
this
coke,
man say
baby.
still getting
You
stuff.
know it.
Right. Y'all just keep getting stuff. So yeah, I am jealous. But I'm not a Citadel boy. But I understand why, you all love this series. Like this is, you all's favorite series of all time. So I would love to keep playing. I need to find more time to continue playing. I'm playing Yakuza right now. But Mass Effect 1 has been great for me so far. I really enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the dialogue a lot. So it's like I understand like why you hold this franchise in such high regard, and why like you get disappointed when BioWare has made missteps in either Mass Effect 3 or Andromeda or the other games that they made.
I will say, make sure you finish Mass Effect 1 and then go into 2, because I recently started streaming 2 and I said, ooh, like you can feel the gameplay difference. It's so much better. Like the younger me would have said that Mass Effect, I think the story in Mass Effect 1 is still my favorite because I love Saren, but like the gameplay is definitely better in 2 and 3. Like 1 didn't age well. It's playable, I'll say that. But 2, I instantly saw the difference. I was like, oh yeah, this feels much better. How you feeling though, Ethos? Oh, my bad.
Before you say that, yeah, I remember like when y'all like bullied me to play Mass Effect 2 for like a couple hours, even though I didn't know what Garrus was. Y'all make fun of me for that forever.
Disrespectful.
But like
The Archangel.
gameplay, yeah, but the gameplay, like when I was playing, I was like, damn, like this, like Mass Effect 1 does not feel like 2. So even I saw the difference in that little playthrough.
There we go. What about you, Ethos?
Yeah, I love it. I am on 3 now. I finished 2 over the weekend, and so I'm taking some time to get through 3. All the pain and suffering that's involved. But I have to say, like overall, it is 2 things that I've noticed. One, I feel like I was really harsh on Mass Effect on some things that, like me playing the second time around, I've started to realize that I was telling some other people this, but a lot of the characters that I didn't like when I was younger, I didn't care for, I actually like them a lot more. And I don't know, I think it's because the writing has aged so well and it's still so relevant.
The story aged, yeah.
The story,
it's still
it
really
aged
good.
so well that like characters, like I was saying before, like I didn't really care for like Samara or like, and like Miranda, like I was a horny little teenager back then. So all I saw was that ass for Miranda. But like now that I'm older, I've actually paid more details of a lot of the characters in 2 and 3. And I started to realize that like Miranda actually has some really good writing, like some surprisingly like very relatable writing about her like past. And same thing with Samara. Like I found like I didn't find Samara attractive when I played it when I was younger, but now I find her like extremely attractive.
What do you mean by that?
Well, like what, Samara or Miranda? Which one you?
Hey,
Samara.
Samara.
What do you mean by that?
That's the OG space mommy. That's mommy right there.
This
Like,
guy. I'm trying to figure out, you mean dialogue or her fucking titties, dog? What the hell are you talking about?
Both. But,
This guy.
But no. Like I find her her history of dealing with her daughter, dealing with like the sacrifices and the grieving that she's gone through. I'm trying not to spoil things, but like her being a Justicar and how that. Yeah, and how well, I'm still not gonna spoil because that's the whole thing you just said. There's a bunch of brand new people who are playing this for the first time who've never played it before, and I would choke somebody if like the shit that happens in 2 or 3 got spoiled for me. Like if without knowing, like there's so many good and impactful moments in 2 and 3 that like I just would never want to spoil that for someone who's playing it for the first time. But like just Samara in general, just her Justicar code and like how that dictates her life and how she's gone through the stages and matured through life. Like I find that very relatable. And same thing with Miranda, where parents set up expectations for you and they try to guide you into do this, become this specific thing. And even if that's not the way you wanted things to end up or how you wanted to live your life, like that's kind of like with Miranda's backstory. So I found a lot of that stuff fascinating. And like what you said, I think the writing has become even more relevant as time has come on. Like back then,
It shows you
like,
how bad games are now.
well, I don't even think it's. That's the funny thing too. A lot of people said this. They don't make games like this anymore. I really thought about that.
It feels like
They
it was
really
made
don't.
with love. Like you can give the gameplay of Mass Effect 1 a little pass because that was like the best for like its era. Like naturally, gameplay is going to progress, but like a good story will always stand.
Like the story, and I'm playing through 3, and I remember like I was telling some other dude this too. I remember 3 got so much vitriol for like obvious reasons that I'm not gonna say, but like 3 got a lot of shit thrown at it. But like I think because time has passed on, I'm playing 3 again with a different like seeing it years later, and like 3 did a lot of things really good, like a shitload of things really good that I think like so many people looked over or just like.
I'd argue 3 is the best
like
in the series. It was just the ending that they cried about.
I think, yeah. And the thing is, I'm curious. I wonder how I'm gonna feel about the ending with the context of now I've gotten older. How do I feel about it? Like re-looking at it older. And then the second thing is with the context that there is a Mass Effect 4. Does that shift my perspective of what I see at the ending? And if that's the case, and it doesn't because it doesn't stop now, we officially know it doesn't end there. I have, this is my prediction. I'm going to say this because watch, people will hate me for saying this now, but I promise you, just like a lot of other things, a couple years later, people are like, oh, I was right. I guarantee you what's going to happen is as time goes on, people are going to change their thoughts on Mass Effect 3's ending and say it wasn't as terrible as everybody made it out to be, and some people might actually end up liking it. I think with all the new fans coming in, I'm gonna stake that. I'm gonna say that's what I believe.
I never thought the ending was that bad. The only thing that was confusing to me about the ending is some characters that died for me at the end, they show up in the cutscene or whatever. I was like, okay, yeah, I understand that, but what actually happened, it didn't really bother me that much.
Right. Yeah, I think like I know, like obviously I know what happens, so like I kind of understand it. I think it's like I get where some people get very upset at it, but I think I've shifted my perspective of like how the trilogy is designed, where a lot of people thought that like the ending of 3 should have been all my choices and stuff, that like Mass Effect that I've done throughout the trilogy should change something at the end, but it's formed differently, where then like I've started to play 3 and I've started to realize that like all those like conclusions and all of your results of your choices, they all happen throughout 3. And Anon has said this a lot to me. He said to me that he's like, everybody talks smack about ME3, but the people don't realize is that like 99.9 or 98% of that, even if you don't like the ending, 98% of that was nothing but heat. It was pure heat. And I'm playing it again. I'm like, yo, like, yeah, the story beats of this shit is crazy. Like, they're really good. Like the topics they talk about and the way that the plot evolves and the plot twist in that, it's fucking crazy. So yeah, like I don't know. I don't know. I think with time, people are going to start realizing. I think with more news about ME4 coming out, I think it's going to start to shift the mindset, I think, slowly. If they don't fuck up 4. Knock on wood.
This remaster is my 12th playthrough of the game. And
yep, I'm on 12. That's number 12.
What's great is I'm still finding new content. I think you were in the chat when I brought it up. So like I didn't get all, because I don't really believe in DLC, especially when I didn't have money back in the day.
Oh, you didn't play the DLC.
So I never played as Javik, and then I did play the Kasami DLC. But what's different is because now you have all the DLC. Once you open up the map, you can play pretty much all the DLC from the beginning. So you get special dial. If you play, I'm gonna play the game in reverse, like all out of order, and I learned learned you get special dialogue if you go get the DLC characters before you get like the main characters and shit. Like that level of depth in writing, I didn't even know it was there. I was like, oh, okay, well, we about to find something new in the game. This is gonna be fun. So
I think it helps with the overall narrative too, like because they made the DLC come after the game's already like you beat the game. It didn't have weight to them. Like it just felt weird and out of
this is
jarring.
like really before YouTube like really popped off. So like people really weren't watching cutscenes on YouTube like that and shit.
Yeah, but now like for example, like for ME3, right? Like the Omega DLC, like the way they place it into the game now, where it's like in the first act of Mass Effect 3, it fits perfectly like a glove. Like it makes sense. Everything like flows really well, and like the character growth and like what you said, the dialogue makes a lot more sense in retrospect. So yeah, I'm happy. I will say is we needed this dub.
Whether you played it or you haven't, pick it up.
We needed this dub bad, bro. We needed this shit. So I'm happy that people are enjoying it.
For sure. Do you want to pull anybody up, Jay, before we move on?
Yes, sir.
Oh, we got a couple.
Bring up Oxtail. We got like 3 people.
I was just talking to him.
Keep it kind of short.
Cool. Did you pull him up?
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's
left.
invited. Yeah, he's
All right.
probably he's
cool. There we go.
There it is.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Oh my god.
Yeah, what's good with you, bro?
Gotta do live
Good,
mixing and shit. Go ahead, you good.
Yeah, but I loved it, man. And I this is my first time because I think Mass Effect, the first one came out on PC or something, and I played it when I played 2 when it came to system, but it was refreshing to go back and play the first one to kind of figure out how everything started with the Reapers and the Protheans and the Quarians and how everyone kind of started off. And I hate the gameplay compared to 2 and 3. The gameplay is like trash. Like I don't even use the sniper rifles. Like I'm just using the handguns during the whole entire game. And but I enjoy it. I love working with that. I think they made some changes to the vehicle that you drive on that planet.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
the makeup. Yeah,
the makeup.
It's heavier. Yeah,
it's heavier.
Man.
So I like the way that it turns and you know what I'm saying. It's still kind of a little weird using like the guns and stuff on it. Like it's still kind of weird, but the story is really carries it through. And I think in the first Mass Effect, the decisions that you make carry over into the second one. And I'm really excited to, make my character and take him through that process,
Yep, right from the beginning, it gives you it brings up the decisions you make. There's an important decision at the end of the first one, and they bring it right into the second one. So yeah, you're correct. It all adds up.
Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 of them that you make. Yeah, I don't think about it. Yeah, it's a lot of them. Yeah. So.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Cool.
But that's it, man. Appreciate having me, man.
No, of course.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
All right.
Shout out to Garrus
again. Shout out to Garrus.
Shout out to Garrus and shout out to Rex. I'm glad JG knows who these people. Have you driven the Mako yet, JG?
Yeah.
Let me drive the boat.
There we go.
There it is.
Yeah, I don't know the struggle again. Just like
you know. Oh man.
So I had my window pop up. So just for anybody that's trying to join and they have the window popped out, you have to accept it up at the top. So that's what I didn't do.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Good to know.
So for Mass Effect, so I'm a big Mass Effect fan. I actually just got done beating 2. For those who are usually in the Discord know the technical struggles that I went through with Mass Effect 1. But all in all, like JG and Ethos, well, actually all of you said, it's great to play this game with a new pair of eyes and growing up, because I missed out on so much as I was a kid. Just being young, and then just seeing how from the racism in Mass Effect 1 to and then seeing how in Mass Effect 2 how some characters change their outputs on the different type of races and everything like that, or alien races. The gameplay obviously doesn't hold up completely in the first one. I don't even know what changes they made to it, especially in the first one. It just didn't bode well. And then what you said, JG, because you said you played Andromeda. When I started playing 2, I was like, hold on, you can't do the combo system in this? I could have swore they added it in this game. And yeah, it just wasn't there. But other than that, yeah, the game is great. It's cool to see it with a fresh pair of eyes and growing up.
Cool. You know what I love about this new community feature is
What?
I ran to the bathroom and you guys didn't even know because he was talking the entire time. So I appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir. That's how we do it.
This guy, man. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Octo, man.
All right, bring on one more person, give your thoughts, and then we'll move on.
Let's try to keep it to like whenever we talk about a topic, maybe like 2 at the most, so we can keep the conversation. Because you don't want the show to be too damn long. This one gonna be long. I can already tell.
Yeah, that's why I say
we already at 35 minutes. But go ahead, Maroon.
All right, Maroon, go ahead and give your thoughts.
Go with you.
Hey guys, is my audio coming in clear?
Oh my God, let me turn you down.
Good. Hold on, let me turn you down.
Are you good? Yeah, you good.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, my bad, guys.
Nah, I just got to be ready to mix y'all, but you good. Go ahead.
Okay, so first things first, I want to say this franchise has set the bar for me. TBH, you put me onto this when I saw the review way back when. I want to thank you for that. And I want to say the ending. Mass Effect 3, I still say it's my favorite Mass Effect, even though like a lot of people don't like it. Kind of like what Ethos was saying about years past. Like I played this when I was a teenager. Now I'm in college, and despite everything going on, I still say, without spoiling too much for people who haven't played it, it still stands in ways that once you think about it, because as soon as I replayed this one, I beat the whole trilogy within a week. This one, I immediately watched the GI rants of you, A9, and Ethos talking about it. And I agree with you, man. It's like one of the favorite franchises I ever played, and that's all I want to say about it.
How the hell you beat all 3 games in a week?
You can do it. They sped it up.
You just ran straight through the story.
Ethos done it, bro.
I beat 2.
What's the name?
Oh, you're a loser. You're a loser. You're out here flying all over the place. I'm sorry.
I be doing all, I be going all the planets,
yeah. You was out here flying. Yeah,
I entrench myself in the RPG. It's a role-playing game, okay?
Yeah.
My bad. I play my games at my own pace, but whatever.
Cool,
yeah, you're an old man.
Again, that's not surprising. Especially if he really enjoys it. He beat it in a week, so what?
Yeah, I enjoy it. I play that junk nonstop.
When do you do game? When do you do game dev work? That's the real question.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyways, next topic. Woo!
Yeah,
all right.
Anyways, but yeah, I think we all can agree. Pick up the remaster, especially if you've never played it. It's worth the 60. I don't know. Did any of y'all play Biomutant? I didn't play that shit.
No,
I did.
I have time.
I played Biomutant.
All right, what's your thoughts on Biomutant, Jay? New third-person action adventure game, open world. You play as like a rat or some shit. I don't know. What do you think of this game?
I will tell you right now. I played the game early. I played it on stream.
Like
People
Flex.
did not know what was going on. Oh my God, the story. The story is just so non-engaging. I'm hoping that it picks up whenever I start playing it again, because literally nobody knew what was going on. I didn't like the dialogue. There's no English in there. You know, it's just animal talk, whatever.
Oh, wait, are you serious?
The mutated animals are. Yes,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there is a narrator. There's a narrator in there, but he's just basically, saying he's basically just translating what the actual characters in the game are saying.
So they talk like
be
Sims
prepared for
characters.
that. Yes, they do. Yeah, they do. They talk like Sims characters. So with that being said, like, you have to really, really pay attention. And even though I was paying half attention for the parts that I was paying attention to, it just didn't seem engaging. So I'm gonna say that, like, as soon as you get into it, like, at least for the first couple of hours, don't be expecting anything that's like super style or story heavy, because it's probably not going to get you engaged. But going to the gameplay was all right. It's another one of those games because it's definitely heavy RPG based. Once you start getting new weapons and you start getting new moves and stuff, I feel like it's definitely going to become a better experience. But the combat, it's pretty much like any RPG. The combat in the beginning is going to be slow. You're not going to have too many moves, so it's going to seem a little boring at first. But once I started, unlocking some more things, then it's definitely going to become a more digestible gameplay wise. So I can kind of see, like, if you're especially basing it off of the story, I can see why a lot of these publications gave the game a 6 out of 10, or you're pretty much middle of the road. Because if that's what you're looking for, then you're probably not going to get something that's just mind blowing. And it kind of sucks because I was hoping that the story was going to be, at least for the first couple of hours, I was hoping it was going to be more engaging, but it just wasn't. So I think that what's going to carry this game whenever I continue playing it again is going to be the gameplay. So I'm hoping that the gameplay is going to, you know, turn up to a point where I'm like, okay, well, I can see, you know, why they gave it a 6 out of 10 and not me wanting to give it a lower score. Because right now I want to give it like a 5 or a 4 because I play my game for the story. I play my single player game for the story as well. And if I'm not engaged in it, then, you know, it's a game that I want to put down. But, you know, I at least try to beat my games. It may take a year, but I'll try to beat my damn games. So I'm going to play it and I'm going to beat it.
Yeah, I don't fuck 6s, so I'm not gonna fucking play one. What about you, Ethos?
I haven't had time to play it.
Well, that's good to know. All right, you have high standards. Okay.
I'm a game dev.
Maybe an
right?
adjustable
I don't have
6, though. But go ahead, my bad.
I don't have time to
Okay.
play games, unfortunately.
You just said you just beat
But yeah,
fucking
no,
Mass Effect in like a
okay.
week, you
No,
fraud.
because Mass Effect's not a 6 out of 10, okay? Mass Effect's a 10 out
So
of 10.
you don't fuck
masterpiece.
6s too? All right, we get it.
Oh man, yeah, okay, yeah. Go ahead, next topic,
my-
next topic.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just be prepared, people. Just be prepared. It's gonna be a chore, and I hate to say that because I know anything that's a chore, TBH automatically don't want to play. So just be prepared.
Excuse me, fucking. I was trying to get it for free because it was on Keymailer, and then they removed it off of Keymailer. And once they removed it, I instantly lost interest. I was like, I'm not buying this game, bruh. This once again, this
It was
is
on terminals too, though.
I don't care at this point. I mentally checked out. This is another game that benefits from the fact that there's not a lot of great single player games to play right now. So it was getting a little bit of coverage, and even still, it should have got a whole lot more. But because it's not that great of a game, it's another game that's gonna die by the wayside in about a month. Nobody will be talking about this game. Not that it's bad or anything. It's just kind of.
Yeah, another game that benefits when nothing else is out.
And nobody on the stage even raised their hand, so that's to give you everything you need to know about it. Don't nobody want to talk about this shit.
Hey, let's move on then.
I didn't actually play this one, but Knockout City is a new dodgeball game from EA. Did either one of you two play this? I'll take that as a no.
It's gonna be a no. It's gonna be a no.
I should have asked y'all if I played this game. Did you play it, Ethos? You quiet.
No, I did not play it.
Somebody.
My
raised
friends
their
are playing
hand.
it, but
Yeah,
I don't.
everybody has. I've been on the fence about whether or not I want to buy it because I feel like it might die in a month. Like it looks decent, but somebody raised.
Yeah,
their
I'm trying
hand.
to see if it lives in a month. Then I'll maybe pick it up.
Somebody just raised
Yeah,
their
I
hand.
mean,
Maybe
that
somebody in
was-
the chat can give us insight.
Yeah, see it. Red Pool.
Bow. Cool. Pulling our red pool. Join the call.
Here.
What up?
Just wanted to say I love your work, like. But anyway,
Appreciate it.
Knockout City, I kind of have mixed feelings about it. I feel like it's one of those games that's like it has that Rocket Arena type of feel in terms of like the servers and stuff. I feel like it's gonna die pretty quick, but like in terms of gameplay, I find it pretty fun.
So if it is the free trial still going on?
I don't think so. I think it ended.
Yeah, it is.
So
it's,
now that the free trial's gone and people got to pay, would you recommend it?
No. It's still going until you have to hit level 25, and then they make you pay.
How quickly do you hit that red pool?
I have no idea.
I didn't hit level 25.
Have you been playing it a lot?
Yeah, I've been playing it off and on. I feel like it's one of those games where it's like you could come pick it up, play it for an hour, and then come back in another 2-3 days and play it for a couple hours. It's not like one of those games to me that's like a everyday type of game.
So basically, it's just kind of filling the void until something major comes out, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, basically.
Which is my sneaky suspicion. Why don't you play Mass Effect?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
I just don't like RPGs. in general.
What kind of
Understandable.
Games, what kind of games you into?
I know you about to hate me. Platform fighters.
Platform? No, I like Smash Bros. What are you talking about?
It got smelly in here. All right.
Yeah, I like. Yo, this motherfucker's an ass. I wasn't going there. I like Smash Bros. I don't know what he's talking about. I beat Nomad up all the time. Ask him.
Oh man,
Ask him
you
about his
carry him
game.
and you beat him up. Jesus.
I gotta play Nomad and Smash now.
Oh shit. We appreciate that though.
Alright.
Oh yeah. It seems
Yeah.
like, go ahead.
It's exactly the reason why I didn't even want to try playing this game, because I knew like it's EA, bro. Like EA loves doing this type of thing with their games. And again, like he just mentioned, like Rocket Arena, like it's gonna be that type of game. A lot of people started playing this game early because, again, EA started promoting it. I know they started paying these big streamers to play it, and it jumped up like as soon as the game came out. But look at where it's at now. Again, I know that some people hate when I use Twitch as a metric, but Twitch is certainly an accurate metric on how a game is. If a game is going to last, then it would still have a lot of these big people playing it. Right now, it only has 3.3 thousand
I think for
people
multiplayer
who are
games,
watching.
Twitch can be a metric, not for single player games.
Yeah, single player. Yeah, again, single players are a different thing, because once you beat the single player game, you're not going to go back. And again, that goes back to what we were speaking about, Returnal. Like, only the hardcore people who find the value in playing the game over and over and over are going to do that. But for multiplayer games, it is a pretty accurate metric. Only 3.3 thousand people are watching it right now. So, and none of the big people, at least like the top like 5-10%, they're not playing the game right now. So that's pretty accurate to tell me that this game is pretty much going to die. Like, I would say end of July, it's only going to be a certain amount of people playing it. And those are the people that, want to rank up, or they found themselves, being extraordinarily good at the game. And like, if you go there, you're probably going to see those people who've been playing the game forever, and they're probably going to destroy you. And then you're going to drop the game because you're not good enough, and you're wondering why you ended up getting into these lobbies. It sucks, but it's probably going to end up being like that. I see it coming, and I didn't even want to try playing a game that I knew was going to die after a month or 2 months.
For a second I was about to rebuttal, and then I realized I was thinking of the wrong game. I was confusing Rocket Arena with Rocket League. I was like, that's not fair to compare Knockout City, because I was like, Rocket League definitely had a moment. That was a cultural moment, and it was an esport.
It's
still
Rocket
popping.
League has a crazy community, and it's an esport now, so a lot of people are playing that game. So no, I'm talking about
I got it
Rocket
confused.
Arena.
Yeah, Rocket Arena definitely died. That's a good comparison. Yeah. But hey, it's free till 11/25, so if anybody wants to play it, feel free to download it. But I'm gonna pass because I'm at a point in my life where it's like I'm looking at it like, am I gonna play this a lot? If the answer is no, it's no reason to waste hard drive space. Just wasting time. All right, let's get into the news section of the podcast, man. E3 is here. They announced a few weeks ago that they're going all digital. So think of the Nintendo Direct or PlayStation State of the Play. It's basically going to be a lot of those for basically every company. One of the biggest stories actually coming out of E3 right before we go is I know JG's really excited. Razer's having their own press conference. So yeah, let's talk.
Oh my God, how did you know, bro?
I just know you love slamming your head against their keyboards. So yeah, let's talk about first of all your thoughts on E3 going digital, predictions, anything you want to see, expectations. What you got for me, Jay?
We were literally just talking about this. I don't care, and I don't care because I don't know what's going to happen. And you would be sitting here thinking like, hey, is that kind of the thing with every E3? But no, this one's different. It's all digital. There was a freaking pandemic last year, so we just don't know what to expect at all. Like there's nothing that I can think of off the top of my head besides what's already either been announced last week that we're going to talk about here in a few, or things that we know have already been freaking delayed that we found out about either earlier this year or last week or even the ending of last year. So it's like all those games that I was initially excited for, like the new Gotham game, God of War. Like those are games that a lot of people were expecting, and we just found out, that they were delayed, and we're like, well, what the heck? What do we even expect now? All of these games have just been, to be announced, so we don't even know what's going to come out next month. We don't know what's going to come out at the end of this year. Besides, again, the certain games that we know for a fact finally that are going to come out, and these games have been delayed as well. So it's just it's crazy right now because I have no clue what to expect. Besides, maybe we're going to get a new Razer keyboard. We're going to probably get a new Razer mouse. Like that's something that I can at least predict. But those are video games. I don't even know why Razer even has a conference. I feel like E3 right now is just at a point where they're getting desperate. So I have no clue what this is going to be about.
I'm going to be very pissed if Razer announces Smart Glasses 2.0, because I was in Best Buy last weekend and I bought them Razer Smart Glasses on a out of curiosity, I bought them as an impulse buy. They have like the speakers inside, and then they have the blue light tint. It's actually really nice when you're making FaceTime calls, because it sounds really weird to have speakers built into the glass. Bose has them too, but it's like the audio plays into like your temple, and it works actually really well, and then people can't really hear. So if you want to walk around in the store and like still be talking in FaceTime and shit like that, if you don't want to wear, I don't know, like what's the AirPods or whatever. The glasses are nice. I like them. So I'm gonna
Do they actually have visuals on them?
What do you mean visuals?
Like does inside the glass, does it actually show you something visually, or is it
No. It's just blue light lens glasses, like to protect your eyes when you're on the computer, but it has the speaker inside and it connects to your phone.
How is it a
Bluetooth.
smart? How's it a smart?
Is that what I called it? I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, you called it a smart glasses.
No, but they do call them smart glasses. They call them
Smart.
radar
You're being a
onto
smart ass right
glasses.
now. How about that?
But how are they smart glasses? I just asked, how are they smart glasses? I don't understand.
I could have swore it
I
said
hear
that on the
music in them?
box. I threw the box out, but I think it did. But I get your
I'm
point. That
literally
is
looking at it
valid.
right now.
Oh, it does say
I
the
don't
Razer
get the smart
Anzu.
part. Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
where's
called
the
Razer
smart
Anzu
part?
Smart glasses.
What
It's
do they
literally
do?
just glasses with fucking speakers on them. Like,
With speakers on my temples? Yeah, okay. How much did it cost?
it was $200.
Trash. Okay, anyways. Waste of money.
This man said I made an impulse buy.
Impulse
you be
buy,
FaceTiming
yeah.
in the house, so you just trying to look cool in the house?
In the
Well,
house
I get to
wearing
protect. I get to protect my eyes because you know you be on like let's say
Uh-huh.
let's say it's late at night. You know you talking
Uh-huh.
to a little joint or
Uh-huh.
whatever. You know you don't want.
You
that-
probably wear them shits while streaming.
I might, but you don't want to be staring at the screen late at night while talking to your boo or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
With
Because
your
then you're gonna
gamer
struggle to
glasses
sleep.
on.
Yeah, so you put your gamer glasses on. You got the speaker built in. Listen, bro, I'm trying to
man.
build my credit, so I just be using my credit card sometimes.
So when did these come out then?
I don't know, but I don't got kids, so I can do what I want.
Fair enough.
Exactly.
yeah.
Let me enjoy it while I
enough.
still can. How about that?
Fair
Alright,
enough.
whatever.
Freaking but yeah, let's talk about actual E3. For me, I don't got no expectations either. Freaking I mean Ubisoft, we know they're gonna overshow the fuck out of their games. They're gonna climb some towers, take out some camps, Assassin's Creed DLC. I'm trying to think. Square Enix, I'm hoping they do show
Avengers.
more of fuck that game. Which one are we on? Final Fantasy 16? Is that what it is?
Yeah, we're on 16.
Yeah, I hope they show more gameplay of that, because when they revealed it at the State of Play, that shit did look fire.
I heard they got Guardians of the Galaxy they're about to reveal.
A game?
Yes.
Is it supposed to be like Avengers?
No one knows what it is, but I've heard that the team that made Deus Ex, that's what they've been working on after they finished Mankind. They've been working on this Guardian of the Galaxies game. No one knows if it's like a co-op game, it's a single player game, it's a multiplayer. No one knows.
Well, I mean, if Deus Ex made it, then I don't think it's going to be like the Avengers then.
Wait, no, because it wasn't Avengers made by Crystal Dynamics too? That's the same
Yes,
people
that was made by
Deus Ex.
Crystal.
It's the
Oh,
same.
no,
never mind.
No. Crystal Dynamics is the team that made Tomb Raider. Eidos Montreal are the people that made Deus Ex.
Okay, so who made Avengers?
Crystal Dynamic.
Okay.
They did it after they finished Tomb Raider. They worked on Avengers, and then Eidos worked on, I guess, this game, because they haven't worked on a Deus Ex game, which is beyond me. But whatever.
It's because
Like,
it doesn't
we're waiting for the
sell
third
well.
game.
We've been over this. It doesn't. We
Yeah,
like it,
I
but it
know.
doesn't sell
I
well.
know. It's
Good
bullshit,
games don't.
But
You know
whatever.
how this goes.
Whatever.
I fully expect Xbox to stand on stage, Phil Spencer to run his fucking mouth for an hour and a half. Don't reveal shit.
Halo.
Man,
Halo.
Halo. You care about Halo Xfinity Comcast?
Yes,
Why?
because I want to play a new Halo game.
All right. So did you see the gameplay they showed last year?
Yes,
I was excited before they showed that gameplay. That shit is just.
but they delayed it to fix the game to make it better.
How much better are they gonna make it in?
I want to see the multiplayer. We haven't even seen the multiplayer, and it's gonna be free
VR.
to play.
It's
So,
gonna be
so,
VR.
so what? You gonna complain about a free to play multiplayer game?
Oh, they said it's free to play.
Yes.
Oh, I won't complain.
They
about
said
that.
the multiplayer is gonna be free on the Xbox.
Okay.
Game
No.
Pass.
I'll give him a W. I'm not gonna complain about free, as long as I'm
Yeah,
not pay
exactly.
for it.
Yeah. Shout out to Xbox.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Now that we're gonna have the chance to play without me getting the Xbox, like pretty much day one, I'm not excited, but I'm cautiously optimistic. I want to see some more gameplay. I want to see some more.
What are those
stuff,
5 studios doing? What games are they making? It's been
Hellblade.
2-3 years
Hellblade.
now. They were working on Hellblade before they were
That's what I'm
acquired.
excited
They're
about.
gonna show Hellblade 2. They're gonna show they might show that game that Avowed. They might show that game that what is it? What's the Obsidian's working on. They might show what's that other game they're working on? what was that other one? Was it a Fable game or something? They're working on something. I can't remember what it was. Like a fantasy game.
I knew Fable is coming out. Yeah, I remember they built that soon.
Yeah, and we might get Gears. We might get a Gears reveal.
Bro,
they
I'm
said
like
they're
the
working on the
biggest
next gen
Gears
Gears.
fanboy. I'll play it, but
I want to play it.
Xbox
especially after
360,
the end.
Xbox One, and now Xbox Series X. That's 3 generations, bro. Can we get some new legends? I want new IPs.
I'm saying
scale bounce.
Gears 5, bro. No, after Gears 5, I want to see Gears 6. The story, the way it ends
was
on
cool,
5.
but people play Gears for multiplayer.
I want to see that. Yeah, but I cared about the story about Gears. I know, very ironic, but I actually cared about the story campaigns throughout all of them.
I'll tell you this much: Sony better not get on that fucking stage and talk about PlayStation VR 2. They better show some games because we on your ass too. We are unlocking. I've been slightly slandering Sony because they don't got no games on the PS5 right now. But if they come out at E3 and they don't show nothing, we go on full blown slander mode just like we do Xbox with them because we sick of this shit, bro. We've been stuck in the house with COVID. Exactly. What
could they actually show?
There better be a Jack 4, goddammit.
They ain't gonna show no Jack 4, bro. If they show Jack 4, bro, I would buy a PS5 with the quickness. But they ain't gonna do that.
Wasn't there an article or something about they wanted to make a Jack 4 or Naughty Dog?
Yeah, they were talking about the rumor came out that they were working on a Last of Us remake, and everyone got mad about it. It was like, why the fuck are you guys doing this? And people were like I was yelling about like why are you guys not making a Jack remake or a Jack like upgrade or something like that? And like there was a apparently inside the studio for Naughty Dog, there's actually developers who are all saying the same thing where they're like, why are we doing this? We'd rather make a Jack game. Like a lot of the developers apparently really want to make a Jack game because of Ratchet and Clank. They're like, yeah, we want to make a Jack one. They think it's time.
Amazing Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, it's time.
Yeah, but
to back them platforms.
we got to play another Uncharted zombie game. We got to play something else. We got to play another cinematic. We got to play another Oscar bait game. So we can't get our Jack back.
Yo, what is the schedule for this shit? Because it's like all over the place. I don't know what anything. Apparently, the Summer's Game Fest happened today. I put it on the notes. I didn't know this shit happened until right before we started recording, like an hour before when I got done with my workout. I went to my sub box and there was a bunch of game trailers, and then I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" The Summer Games Fest started today. Nothing was amazing was announced. It was all a bunch of bullshit except for one game.
That's what the Xbox Starfield. Totally forgot.
Starfield? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they'll show that. Okay.
They're gonna show Starfield. Yeah, all the Bethesda shit. Yeah, they're gonna show Starfield, and they're gonna show
probably
Deathloop. Not likely. I don't.
The game. Let's not act like they're not coming off Fallout 76, buddy. They don't get the benefit of the doubt.
Look, I don't put stock in fucking Bethesda after Fallout 4, so
right.
Who knows?
I seen somebody say in my Twitch chat yesterday that Rockstar Games is the new Bethesda. And I said, nigga, no, Bethesda is Bethesda. They games don't fucking work.
Bethesda is still Bethesda. Rockstar doesn't know how to make a new game.
Yeah, they're just milking their games, but their game fucking works. That's why people still playing it.
All they know is GTA 5. They're turning into Valve. They can't go beyond 5.
Bethesda gonna get this work, boy. Don't let them slide. Hell nah. I don't got no faith in them. Freaking, do you care about Starfield, Joe?
Nah, bro. Like I'm still wondering like why people are excited about it. Like
we don't know nothing about this game.
Yeah, it's still a mystery, and people are just excited about the mystery. We haven't seen anything. So, like, I have no reason to be excited.
They said space is the final frontier, so I mean, that's why people are excited about it. No Man's Sky is, they just got to update, it's getting better.
Yo, No Man's Sky is fire, bro. Oh my god.
How you don't play no games?
I do play No Man's Sky.
When last time you played it?
I played it in last month.
So you ain't played an update. You can't speak on it.
Well, it's not out yet.
Oh, it ain't?
No, they just announced it. The Prisma one.
Oh, your bad.
Yeah, I've been updating. I've been watching that shit. They put Normandy in it.
Yeah, I seen that, but like, isn't it just hovering in space? You can't even drive the bote, right?
You can't drive the boat, but you can control it in your fleet. Like you can put it inside your fleet and have it like defend your shit and send it off on missions. But that's about it. I didn't have time, unfortunately, to get it because I wanted it bad. But
I don't. Did y'all happen to see any of the trailers from the Summer's Game Fest that started today?
Nah, I've been too busy.
No, sir. I was busy. So I totally missed it. I didn't know anything was going on.
Yeah, when you get a chance, hit your sub box if you follow in all the major outlets. The only thing that I saw that kind of piqued my interest was Azure Gunvolt 3. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that. It's kind of a Mega Man X inspired game. I streamed. Yeah, that game is fucking fire. So the third one is looking really good, but it was like 20 trailers. That was the only one that interested me.
Did they show that martial arts game, the Shifu?
I didn't see a trailer for that. There was another fighting game. I meant to put it in the group DM. I gotta find what is it called. I meant to put it in there. I was gonna say, Nomad, you wanna get your ass beaten this too?
Oh my god.
I gotta find the name. It didn't make that much of an impact on me. Like Azur's like the only one out of those trailers that I saw. I was like, okay, I would definitively play that. That fighting game, I was like, I keep my eye on it, but I don't know. We'll see. But you want to bring some people up, maybe? People can get their thoughts maybe on some what they want to see from E3, Jay. If anybody wants to raise their hand.
Anybody care? Going once.
Yeah.
Oh damn! There you go.
We got a Viltrumite in here. What the fuck?
Shout out to my boy
Tino
Tino.
up in here, bro.
Shout out to Tino.
Your mother was a pet. Oh shit! Whatever, Kage.
Yo, what up with y'all?
Coolin'. What you want to see from E3, man?
Man, Nintendo needs to give a Bayonetta 3. They've been holding it off a little too long.
I feel bad. I didn't even remember Nintendo existed, but my bad.
Nintendo. Oh god.
Dude, they in a drought.
They've been holding that off a little too long, and they need to show that. That's what I'm hoping they show.
Oh man. Metroid ain't even real, bro.
Where's Bayonetta?
Bayonetta don't exist. Metro don't exist. Metroid don't exist. Nothing exists.
The Switch
Breath of the Wild don't exist.
The Switch is pretty dry. I mean, it's rumored, like in the next day or two, they're supposed to reveal the Pro. I read an article about that, but it's like if it don't.
What we gonna play on it? What we gonna play on it?
Play The Witcher 3 at a higher frame rate? Like,
yeah, I'll play Apex Legends.
Mario Kart 9 probably coming.
I guess I'm playing Mario Kart, golf. I guess
I would buy Mario Kart 9, but that wouldn't get me hyped. It's like it's Mario Kart, you know what you're getting.
Well, you can play Apex Legends and it actually might run it.
Shit would still be money, boy.
This shit might actually play. That shit don't work on Switch.
Nintendo needs some new IPs too, though. Now that I think about it, freaking.
They need something, bro.
What was that game they made with Platinum Games? What was that one they made with the dog?
Astral Chain. They need a sequel of
Astral
that shit,
Chain
bro.
2. I wouldn't be mad at that.
That shit was gas.
That shit was gas.
Oh man.
I don't know. They surprised us with a new IP.
Oh, they are showing Platinum. They're showing that Babylon game. Remember they showed that shit like 2 years ago?
No.
At E3.
What the fuck is that?
It's like that. It's like it looks like Nier, and it's like a high fantasy sci-fi type game with like a hack and slash over the top.
I would
you don't remember?
see some gameplay.
Yeah, just search Platinum Games Babylon. It looked really gas. They said they're gonna show it at E3 this year, so it might be coming out this year.
I'm giving it a chance.
You know it. I live and die by that.
I feel like they're actually underrated.
Oh no! Last time I said that, you said that they keep dropping misses too.
No, I said I don't like Nier, Negro.
No, you said they drop misses all the time. I said, what about Nier? Nier's one of the best games of all time. And you said, oh, what about Korra? What about fucking Transformers? What about da-da-da?
No, I said they have misses, but I didn't say they constantly drop misses. Negro, Bayonetta 2 is one of my favorite games ever.
I said, we was talking about some of the best studios, and I said,
and they got Scalebound.
You responded, no, they can't Scalebound. They couldn't get that shit to work on the Xbox.
I guess.
No, I remember this conversation.
Yeah, you tell him, JG. He did say that. I'm not crazy.
This.
He said that they were not.
Was this before or after I played Astro Chain?
I don't remember. I think we were talking about Astro. Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense then. That makes more sense.
I said
they're back on track after Astro Chain. They're back on track.
Oh no, they're not good.
No, because Ninja Turtles and Korra were ass. Like it was.
Yeah, I know. You brought up the Ninja Turtles shit for like 5 minutes about how we couldn't get our refunds and that.
But they tried with Astro Chain. Not only did it have that classic Platinum Games like combat, but it had a lot of new mechanics in there, plus the investigation mechanics and shit like that. So like they're back on track. I still don't like Nier, but they're back on track.
That final boss was hard as fuck, bro.
So yeah, we'll look for that.
That final boss gave me cancer. Holy shit.
What gave you cancer?
The final boss of that game. That shit was ridiculous. My hands hurt at the end of that.
I like beating shit up.
That shit was tough, bro. Fuck.
All right. There's a couple more people. I don't know if you want to bring them up. Yeah.
Mr. High Def.
Mr. High Def, what are your E3 predictions? What do you want to see? What I want to see is... Yeah, you good, bro?
Mr. High Def.
Yeah, you good?
Hey, how's it going?
There we go. What
good?
Not that much. Yeah, what I'm looking forward to. I'm interested to see what About is like from Obsidian. I feel like we haven't gotten as successful to the Elder Scrolls series recently, so I think they could do a really good job with it.
You think they'll actually show it? Because I know they revealed it last year, but you think they would actually show gameplay, or they just would?
The reason why I think they'll show at just maybe a little bit is because like last year it seemed like all of the trailers that we got was just literally trailers, no gameplay footage of anything. So I think it's been a good amount of time, but I don't know how far they are in the development process. So I'm hoping that we get to see something because I think Obsidian could really like knock it out the park. Pretty cool. So I'm excited to see what they got.
They might show Elder Scrolls too, because they revealed that shit. What was that, a year ago? 2 years ago? They showed Elder Scrolls. They were working on it.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, they showed that little teaser just like in the clouds or something like that.
It's like a teaser or some shit. Yeah. Man, we might get some bangers this year. Who knows?
Oh, I just hope we get gameplay trailers though, because I'm not trying to look at no cinematics.
Yeah, nice. Don't pull a Ubisoft be like gameplay reveal and it's nothing but like cutscenes and stuff with a
CGI,
one cut of gameplay.
Yeah, that shit is long.
Don't do that for your game either, Ethos.
Too late.
All right, man. We appreciate you, Ida.
Yeah, no worries.
Let's keep it moving. Speaking of gameplay,
Red already been here. Get out of here.
Yeah. You already talked. Be quiet.
You're already here.
Save some talking for the rest of us, especially because we're already at the hour mark. Horizon Forbidden West is the new sequel from, what is it, Guerrilla Games, I believe. They made Horizon Zero Dawn. This one takes place in San Francisco, post-apocalyptic. You're still trying to solve the mysteries of all the technology and shit. They did a whole 20-minute gameplay reveal during last week's State of the Play. I'll go first. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, this looks like, besides Ratchet and Clank, I was like, okay, this shit looks next gen. To the point where I was like, it looked visually so good. I was like, man, PlayStation fanboys are gonna be like, see, this is impossible on a PC. Not realizing it was made on a damn PC. So like, it looks really fucking good. I'm not like blown away and super duper excited, but it's finally something to play on the PS5. I think, is it this fall? I don't know when it's supposed to, I think it's supposed to come out this fall. We
don't know. It could get delayed.
This is true.
They haven't said its own.
The one thing is we did not get an actual release date. This is one of the ones that we didn't get an actual release date for.
So what I liked in this gameplay demo is they showed a bunch of new gameplay mechanics, including new gadgets. The combat seems more fluid. The environment was beautiful. New big enemies climbing. It feels like more of the same. It feels like for this, I would be playing more so for the story. I don't really expect anything in terms of like amazing gameplay mechanics. I'm not gonna lie, like just looking at that gameplay, it feels like it's gonna be like a solid 8.5. Like, they would have to do something to blow me away to get anything higher than that, and that's not bad. It feels like it's gonna be like another just solid PS5 or PlayStation exclusive, because PS5 don't got no games right now. What'd you think, Jay?
The game was visually beautiful. Loved it, absolutely loved it. So I'm glad that it looks like Guerrilla definitely took the time to make this game a lot better. It took the advantage of the new technology. So yeah, it looks amazing. I definitely agree with you about the refined combat. I wonder, is this game going to be more so focused on like hand-to-hand combat with, you know, 101 or however many enemies? Because it looked like they definitely took the time to focus more on, you know, individual combat against like other humans and not so much on the actual actual metal monsters running around. So I like that. You know, swimming mechanics, that looked freaking amazing. I like the fact that they have verticality now and in this game. So it
was in the first game.
Take advantage. I mean, but it looks like, you know, she actually has a, you know, she can actually like swing around.
Did you climb the
stuff,
giraffes?
So she can swing around. I'm not talking about that. That's just platforming. I'm talking about maneuvering, sir.
You said verticality. You didn't say platforming.
Come on, sir. You know what I mean.
Listen, Ethos has been a well-actually ass nigga this entire podcast. Let me do it.
You are.
Well, actually had ass. You just used the well actually had ass right in the middle.
Come on, man. You saw her swinging around. You couldn't do that on the first one. Okay?
Damn monkey.
Yes, of course. You can freaking scale. You can scale all the mechs and stuff. We know that, but you know, you couldn't do much with that. Like you scaled the freaking mechs, you know, in order to either destroy them or get the beacons or whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. And you know, you have new weapons and stuff. So I like that. I like what I've seen so far. And I actually would say, like, after seeing the trailer, I was actually kind of excited to see the game finally come out. We still didn't get a date, but they said it's still on track for 2021. So we shall see. But it looked good.
The stealth is still in there because like she was moving around in the grass or whatever. I think for that set piece they just wanted to do something a little bit more exciting to get people kind of hyped with the first gameplay reveal. I'd imagine we probably see more stealth mechanics in another gameplay reveal. Also, the only thing I didn't like about, and this is me nitpicking with the trailer, was towards the end, for the people who haven't played the game, I know it's a few years old, but maybe like they would have got interested. It was a little bit of a spoiler towards the end of that, when she opened up the map and she's trying to figure out what's going on. Like, I felt like that was a little bit too much insight into what's going on with the story, because like for someone who's never played it, I feel like that's half of the intrigue. Like, why are there these robot monsters and shit? And showing that she has this technology that
I mean, that's the sequels. That's just what comes with. That's like getting mad at Mass Effect for showing you like the Reapers in Mass Effect 3. It's like, that's just what it is. It's a sequel.
Well, that was the third one though. That's not the second one.
Okay. Well, the second one shows you the Reapers at the end. It doesn't really matter.
What's your black ass opinion? How about that?
I think it visually looked phenomenal. That was great. Kind of like my little nitpick would be, it kind of felt a little bit too rehearsed, if that makes sense. Like what you do, and it seems very like, oh, this is getting triggered right here. This, like, it didn't seem like real gameplay. It seemed more like we're triggering these certain things and we're following a certain path and making sure it plays exactly this way. That's just my personal preference. I like to see it more like just.
See, that's the problem with you game journalists, because if he was bad,
you're right.
If he was bad at it, he would have been like, "Oh, see, like you're not even good at your own game, but now because he's good at it, it's rehearsed." See, game developers can't win.
No, it definitely is rehearsed. Like I'm like 99% sure it was definitely rehearsed, but it still looks fantastic. The biggest pro I will give it is that like it seems like it addresses every like big issue that I had with the last game, which is the melee combat sucked in the last game, and the way when you fight humans was like boring as hell, and the AI were terrible. So like if that's what's being addressed here, which it seems like the monster part was really good. They never had an issue with that. It was just always when you fought humans, that was the part that was kind of really mid. So it looks like they've definitely like overhauled that and made sure that the combat system actually is like has way more depth to it. So yeah, it looks cool. I ain't got a PS5. I heard this is coming out on PS4, but you know, I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm like day one ready to go buy this, but like, you know, when it comes on PC, I'll probably pick it up.
You forecasting that?
I mean, I know it's gonna happen.
Yeah, so
we got the first one already. Yeah, we already got the first one. Uncharted 4 is on the way to PC too.
Yeah, you think PlayStation fanboys are tight?
They're always tight.
Yeah, they are. Even if they are old games, like they're like, oh my god, like just the fact that it's coming to PC doesn't matter whether it's a year or 2 years. I'm upset.
Yeah.
Even though I beat it 2 years ago, this invalidates my purchase.
Watch God of War. They're gonna want to jump off bridges. Watch.
Like, you here to have fun or gatekeep? What are we doing?
I don't know. I don't understand why people get upset about more people getting able to play good games. I don't know. Blows my mind.
Yeah, it is what it is. You did anybody raise their hand? One person raised their hand to share their hot take.
Old Dan Naturals.
Young Dan Naturals.
Oh, don't let him in here, bro. No, don't.
No, what he's about to say is natural.
Don't let him in here. Don't let him in here, man.
Isn't this your anime watching?
I'm a fan of Horizon.
No,
yes,
this is I have this man on retainer. He does composing stuff for Samurai Zero.
Interest. Okay.
Appreciate y'all doing this.
Yeah, but, you will.
I'm actually a fan of Horizon, like big fan of the game. One thing I hope going into this new game, because I tell people that like to really get the most out of the game, you got to bump the difficulty up some, so you have to use all of the mechanics they give you, and I hope they kind of like put that more into the lower difficulty, so you still have to use like the tripwire and whatever new machinery they give. I'll agree to Ethos where he said it looks staged, but I feel like they almost always do that with these like kind of showings in games.
Yeah.
And if it's anything like the first game, everything that was staged in the first game, you were still able to do when the game came out. Like the shit they showed in the trailer, what they showed in the trailer, you could do that fully, like as far as gameplay goes when the full game actually launched. I think that it could win a lot more people around that didn't really care too much for the combat in the first game, because like you guys said, the human combat in the first game was bad. Like even as a fan, it wasn't that great. You had to hide and like get headshots, and the melee combat wasn't great. But the first thing they showed in this trailer was human combat, which I thought was really dope. It's like fully addressing that. And then I don't know about you guys, but it kind of felt like, at least his stance felt like he was like in a damn For Honor game or something like that.
Oh, what
like coming out with the axe, For Honor.
Oh,
like
For Honor.
The big boy with the axe, the big boy that pulls up with the axe.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. I just feel like they already had like a good foundation, and all they need to do was polish a few things. It's kind of like how old games like Ratchet and Clank and stuff like that would get sequels. They would just
keep the same everything, just slightly improve and add new things. I feel like that's what we're getting right here. I feel like I said, it's gonna win some people over, like a good amount of people.
Point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Hey Dan, do you remember what they called Horizon Zero Dawn when it came out?
What, like Breath of the Wild and shit like that?
No.
Tomb Raider.
What?
Horizon Zero Awards because they didn't get any.
Oh my god, bro.
All right, I'm done.
Wow.
Yeah, that's all. And also, for anyone that didn't,
What a fucking
anyone
prick.
that probably tried it on
I'm just
PS4 or like didn't play it and have a PC, definitely pick it up on PC. It looks way better and plays better on keyboard and mouse. Like,
Did they
using
fix
the bow and
optimization
arrow.
for it?
Yeah, now it's like it's better
Okay.
than it was. It's still not perfect, but it's better than what it was.
All right,
But,
I'll pick that shit up.
Aiming feels a lot better when you're moving around that quick on mouse than it would on like.
I'd tell you this much. Since it's coming out it's gonna be cross-generational with the PS4 and the 5. I hope they include some type of performance mode. I'm seeing more games on console doing that. I believe I read right before the podcast, Ratchet and Clank will have a 60 FPS mode. Definitely do more of that. Because I prefer the frame rate. Miles Morales did it too.
No, it's funny about that. I think we might have saw the PS4 version playing on the PS5.
Wait,
I don't know if that was the PS5 version playing on that for the gameplay that we saw.
What they just showed?
Yeah,
That's gotta be the 5. That's gotta be the 5.
I don't know because the resolution was down. Resolution wasn't that crazy.
Was
and
it
the frame
4K?
rate- I think the frame rate was capped. No, it wasn't.
Did they show this at
it wasn't
4K?
It was a stream too. You gotta keep that in
It
mind.
was a stream though. Yeah.
The reason I think it's the 5 is because of the textures. I doubt the textures are gonna look that good on the 4.
Was it
and
60
vegetation
FPS?
was pretty. It wasn't. That's one thing that caught me.
Yeah, if it's 60 FPS, then it's definitely the PS5. There's
don't
no
think
way
it
the
was
4 can
60.
play this.
I
Yeah, I
don't
was like,
think
there's no way in hell the PS4 is able to play this at 60. I would douse myself in fire if they somehow did that, bro. Ain't no way.
I just
hope
feel
so.
like. I mean, I just feel like they didn't hold up.
Watch what you say on this podcast.
Because I know it's not gonna happen,
word,
bro.
man.
Ain't no way a PS4 version of this game is gonna be at 60 frames. I reject that.
Yeah, I'm sitting there looking at it right now. I don't think so, Dan, but yeah, it'd be interesting. If
I
it
hope
was.
so.
I just hope they ain't on some like cyberpunk bad PS4. I don't think it's gonna be that
Oh
bad, but
man,
I mean,
no, ain't no
it
way.
looks like they're going for a lot of vegetation and stuff wise, but they had a lot more going on the NPC side. So.
The swimming looks good. Looks like the fish AI move with you.
The fish move away from you. It's next gen
The fish, it's next gen, bro. Next gen, baby.
All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, have a good one. Though. I appreciate y'all doing this.
Hey, be easy, Dan.
Be safe, buddy.
Cool. So there
Shout
you
out
have
to
it.
Dan.
Horizon Forbidden West. Next gameplay that got revealed since last podcast, Far Cry 6. For those unaware, this one takes place in like a remixed version. It's basically Cuba. You gotta take down an evil dictator played by Moff Gideon. You play a revolutionary named, I think.
Moff Gideon.
That is that nigga Moff Gideon, bro.
the man that goes by many names. He's also Gus.
No, that's
also
Moff
Gus.
Gideon, as far as I'm concerned. Danny, I think her name is pronounced Danny Rojo, and I believe you can make it a man or a woman. So new features according to this article, as well as the gameplay they revealed, you have guns for hire now called amigos, because you get it, Cuba. But none of them are human. They showed off a dog with a wheelchair. Okay.
Is that low-key kind of racist?
Why is that racist?
What, calling them amigos and shit? Is that low-key kind of racist?
Well, why would that be racist if it's Cuba?
I'm just curious about like why would they change it from gun to hire to just calling it amigos just because it's in Cuba? Like why don't you just continue calling it guns for hire?
I guess maybe they just wanted to switch it up, you know.
I'm just fucking.
Sound like blue hair Twitter right now.
No, I'm sorry. I'm a careful Far Cry.
Is it racist to speak Spanish in a Hispanic country? Like, what are you talking about?
You know what game? You know what game is also racist? Apex Legends.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Oh, you don't see all the racist shit in Apex Legends?
No, what's racist in there?
Octane. He's Mexican. What does he do?
Drugs.
And what else does he do?
Are you saying all Mexicans do drugs? What are you talking about, man? The fuck you sound like Trump right now.
What does Bangalore do?
Bangalore, she smokes.
No. What's the other thing she does?
Yeah, that's low key.
What else does she do? What happens when she gets shot at? What happens?
Oh, she runs faster.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she out of there,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, she out of here. All right, all right. Anyways, now that we've established that, go ahead.
Anyways.
I love Apex Legends though. Keep it going, guys.
Yeah, so they got a dog with a wheelchair. I guess it serves as a distraction, and he brings you like ammo and stuff. And then they had a pet alligator who bites people. I mean, that's self-explanatory. Apparently there's more, but that's just kind of what they showed in the reveal. Then they showed you're gonna be able to make like custom weapons. There was like a gun that shoots CDs and it plays the Macarena. I guess that's supposed to get me excited. They had a Modar. I'm not gonna lie, I watched this and I was like, they give it to me for free, I'll play it. But I wasn't really blown away. I didn't see anything in here that's like, oh yeah, Far Cry. Not that I was a big Far Cry fan to begin with, but I was like, oh yeah, the multiplayer's not coming back too. They got rid of that.
Co-op was coming back. There's no co-op?
No, arcade. I mean the arcade where you could create the maps and stuff.
I give it, that shit was terrible. That shit was terrible.
It was alright.
That shit was terrible.
It's still less features though. It's still less features. This game needs some features, bro.
Fuck that shit, bro. Just give me. You don't like the crocodile?
No, nigga. Fucking. I feel like because Ubisoft always gives me the games, right? I feel like I'm gonna play it, and I have a sneaky suspicion that like after about an hour,
you're gonna put 100 hours into it.
No, I don't want to climb towers. I don't want to.
You're gonna put 100 hours into
Assassin's Creed. I don't want to climb towers, bro. I uninstalled. This is an epic year last. I uninstalled Assassin's Creed. Anything is possible, bro. Assassin's Creed is top 5 series.
What was that other tower game that you played from Ubisoft and you played for 100 hours?
You talking about Odyssey? You talking about Odyssey?
What was that? Immortals?
I got like 50 hours on it. That wasn't 100.
Okay.
At least you acknowledge that I thoroughly play the games that I enjoy.
Oh, you played one, and then you uninstall how many?
Well, we don't play games we don't enjoy anymore. It's just kind of the rule. Time is of the essence. We're not getting any younger. And it's just gonna speed up the aging process when I play games that stress me out. I feel like this is not. I don't know if I'll beat this game. Like, I don't know. Whatever. You got a lot to say. Why don't you share your opinion on Far Cry Cuba? How about that, Fidel?
Got a crocodile. It has a crocodile. I'm sold. That's all I needed is
biting. Why don't you just come to Florida if you're so sold?
A crocodile that I get to sick on fascists. Why would I not like that? It's great. 10 out of 10. Would buy day one.
We'll hold you.
I'm sold. You know it.
What about you?
I'll probably play because I skipped 5, so I'll probably play 6. The graphics look great.
Which one was 5?
5 was the America one. The
one
where
the church one. That was
it. Was when we were in Montana.
Yeah,
Montana.
Montana. Look, man. I liked Far Cry 5. I know that the gameplay wasn't stellar, but
you from the Midwest, church going folk. We don't understand.
Bro, I'm not into that shit though.
Yeah, okay.
Come on, dog. We were in Montana. Like, there's nothing good about Montana. But I like the story because I'm a huge like fan of like cultish, like religious shit. So like when I had the chance to, get far into that, I actually thoroughly enjoyed that story. Again, the gameplay wasn't top notch, but there were some fun moments. So I mean, you have Gus in this. Well, come on, man. Like, shout out to my Breaking Bad fans. You got Gus in the game. This man has played so many different iconic roles.
He better have the dark saber.
I was already, yeah, true. I was already interested. And I'm hoping that the small features that they have in this game. I don't understand, changing the gunfire to amigos, minus, where they are. That doesn't make sense to me. Could have still named them gunfire. But you always had a companion. I don't understand the dog on the wheelchair now. Like, they're just making like silly changes at this point. But I do like the the things that you can do with the guns and the backpacks that you have, making basically something out of nothing, just using whatever's in your environment to make guns to kill the opposition. They also say that there is some verticality in this game. And don't say anything this time. I know you can fly in a helicopter, you can fly in a plane. In Far Cry 5, you will actually ass nigga. But yes, there's verticality in this game. Running on rooftops and stuff.
You was going to.
Yeah, you was going to. Yeah, verticality. You can fly a whole helicopter.
I was gonna say, I just noticed when this article was coming to the Stadia, I forgot that shit existed.
Ew. Anyways. Yeah, but like I said, I'm gonna play Far Cry 6 for sure, and I think I'm going to enjoy it. I think this story is going to be about something. Will it be as good as Far Cry 5 to me? Who knows? But like I said, Gus is in his joint, so as soon as I saw him, I was like, you know what? I'm sold, bro. 10 out of 10. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
We'll hold
Yes,
you to
sir.
that. Another concern I
Crocodiles.
do have is because it takes place in Cuba, you know, they don't get new vehicles over there. So all the driving is going to be with like old cars. I'm curious to see, is it going to play arcadey or are they going to make it more realistic since you're going to be driving clunkers?
You can jump on a moving car and stab the people out of it and jump in.
But that's not what
That
I
was
asked,
pretty
though.
cool. I'm just saying, that's cool.
I just don't want
A
any
lot of
clunky
cool stuff.
driving like Mafia 1. That shit was annoying.
Honestly,
Oh,
if they
definitely
make
not gonna
it,
be like Mafia 1. No.
yeah, no, probably not. As long as if they actually update the stealth system and they actually make the stealth system like a lot more, you know, challenging and stuff, then like I'll be very happy. Because I like doing the little like aggressive stealth plays and stuff in Far Cry, but usually the AI is just really stupid or they're just like really OD and they know where you are immediately. But if they can update that, I'll be happy.
I didn't put it on the
That's
show
the
notes.
Ubisoft AI, bro. That is the Ubisoft
Yeah,
AI. You
They're
know
never
this,
going to
you know,
update
you
it,
know
bro.
this.
Just hide in the
I
corner.
can believe.
That's half
One
the fun of
day.
Ubisoft games at this point. I can just turn my brain off because I know how their games are programmed.
Throw a rock
I'm
at
a
people and run
Ubisoft
away.
programmer at this point. I played so many damn games. Where did he
You're
go?
a Ubisoft programmer. Oh.
Where did he go? I'm in the corner, bitch. I didn't put this on the show notes, but they also had announced Far Cry VR with like Voss or whatever. You guys want to get spit in your face from Voss?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
No. I think I'll pass on it.
Well, we got one person who raised their hand on the stage who wants to share their opinion on Far Cry 6. If you want to bring him up, Jay, give us his hot take on what things are going on in Cuba. Who we got talking? Aries is back.
What's up, man? I'm back.
Let's get it. How you feeling about Far Cry?
You know, I think that I'm definitely gonna play Far Cry. I like the last time. I like the last one, Far Cry 5. I feel as if the story was kind of relatable with the whole Church America thing going on. I think what's his name, Giancarlo Esposito. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I know he's gonna bring it as far as like developing the story and everything. And I kind of like the main character. I didn't see that much about her, but it was like a chick, right? Like that was the main character. Or were you able to choose between the?
I
the
read
chick
somewhere
and the
you
dude?
can change it. The character has the same name, but he can make it a man or a woman. Ever since that, they can't
Correct.
create female characters in Assassin's Creed shit. They've given me the option.
They have to do it now. They did that stupid stuff.
That's why. I mean, I'm hoping that the multiplayer will be a lot better. I remember the multiplayer in Far Cry 5 is whack. You know what I'm saying? So
You were
I'm
just saying
hoping-
it's not gonna be it. It's not gonna be in this one. No
Yeah,
multiplayer.
no multiplayer.
Far Cry 6. Yeah,
that's-
no multiplayer.
But you do
That's
get
why.
co-op. You do get co-op at least.
Yeah. You know, I think that like, you know, multiplayer and co-op would kind of be better. But considering how it did so bad the last game, you know, I can understand why they're trying to take it back a step. But yeah, I'm definitely going to play it. The graphics look great. You know, I do feel as if like it's kind of a grab for attention to get a good actor to kind of be a part of it. But, you know, I think it's definitely great for Cubans, right?
Yeah.
And I do think that you know, an alligator with a gold tooth is a little bit racist, just a little bit.
See, I told you, I'm not the only one that sees this.
I didn't even
just
peep he
gotta-
had a goal too.
Yeah, he has a gold tooth.
And it's like a little bit bigger than his real tooth. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even
I'm
like
just
he's missing a
saying,
tooth.
man. I'm seeing some
I
characters.
guess I mentally kind of checked out as soon as I saw the alligator because we got
Yeah.
him here in Florida. I think one is JG's neighbor or something.
And the legless dogs too, like the dog in the wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's supposed to like be like to gain sympathy so you can sneak up on people better or something like that.
Doesn't that dog kill people with
I think what they
explosives?
were trying to go, especially with the Migos and then the gold tooth, they're trying to make it, I don't know,
Migos.
because you know Hispanic people are known to be more, they have more
Yeah, go ahead.
sauce
In that-
to them. I don't
Go
know
ahead.
the
In
word.
that same-
I'm trying to put my mind frame in like a white developer, like, oh, you know, the
Oh,
Hispanics got
man.
a swag to them. So maybe they're trying to give swag to the characters or something, but it just comes across as cheesy.
Yeah, it does come across a little cheesy, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's definitely going to be worth giving it a shot. I mean, the graphics look good, and I hope they kind of get rid of that whole climbing thing. Like that is kind of getting tired. You know,
You
that
want
kind
the
of
radio
climbing
towers?
puzzle. Yeah, the radio towers.
That's a Ubisoft exclusive. I mean, that's
Exclusive.
they put that in every game, boy.
Ubisoft.
shit.
Oh no, it's a Ubisoft original now. That's what they're calling it.
Right?
Ubisoft
Okay, all right,
original.
Ubisoft original.
Gotta have climbing puzzles. Like they probably think it's tight too. It's like,
I'm telling you, the man that did that Far Cry 3 puzzle the first time they did it, he was feeling it. He's like, yo, nobody's ever done this before. This is the one right here. This is a mechanic.
I'm gonna put the ropes at the edge. That's how they know they can jump it.
Yeah, they go. The street's gonna be on fire after this.
They gonna play it just for the rope.
Just for the ropes.
There you have it.
God bless Ubisoft.
Yeah. Is this supposed to come out this fall?
I think so. I think they said
October
this year.
7th. We actually got a date for this one.
Okay. I believe it's gonna come out. Ubisoft, they make the same damn game, so
they're used to it.
Yeah.
Ubisoft, make a new game. Actually, they did. It's on the show notes. We'll talk about it a little bit later, but then not really. But yeah, if that's all you got, we can move on to the Battlefield if you want to push them back down. Appreciate it, Aries. All right, moving on to Battlefield 6. Any moment now, this game is supposed to be revealed, supposedly sometime like in the next week or whatever. Right now it's called Battlefield 6, but and this is rumors, by the way, none of this is confirmed in which the point in which we're recording, but the rumor on Reddit is it's going to be Battlefield 2042. I seen some screenshots actually leaked online. I could not find them before I made the show notes. Did y'all get a chance to see those screenshots?
I sent them in the DMs to you.
I wasn't looking at the fucking DM.
My god! I said I have them. Here, hold on.
And in my defense, you motherfuckers never stop talking in the group.
Not me.
I gotta mute you motherfuckers.
Those other motherfuckers. Not me. Those other motherfuckers.
All fucking day like women, bro. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
All right. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second.
Yeah, but no, I saw the screenshots. I was just making sure that you saw them. Did you see them?
I'm gonna put them in the community thingy so other people can see them.
Cool. Okay.
3, 2, 1, go! Get them before they get taken down.
Which, by the way, if you're just coming in here, the show notes are also on the community stage text chat.
This is pre-alpha, by the way. Very early pre-alpha.
Okay. I'm looking at. I see it.
Yeah, so like you could. I feel like it hasn't been confirmed, but I feel like if those screenshots are real, then Battlefield 2042 is probably the correct name because it does look like some space shit.
Yeah, near future shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So supposedly, according to Reddit, it's gonna have the biggest maps in Battlefield history. I don't know if we're supposed to care about that. Sectors have points inside of them. In order to capture a sector, you need to capture the points inside of it. Every sector can range from 3 to 4 points. Once you capture a sector, you own it. It cannot be taken back. I do like that because that was one problem with PlanetSide 2. Motherfuckers kept just taking shit. So once you cap it, you cap it. I think that was a problem with the previous Battlefields too. Like people just kept taking the shit or whatever.
Back and forth. Yeah.
So I like what I'm seeing right there. Play the fucking objective and then move on to the next one. Okay. They got an Antarctica map. They talking about some shit. Big ass evolution and shit. Some trailers are supposed to come.
I saw a leaked trailer. Yeah,
there's a little bit of footage. Squad and Heroes mechanic from Battlefront 2. Can have a specialist per class in your squad. They're not overpowered, but they have a gadget or two that will make it worth playing as one makes them unique. Medical professional has the healing dart. She can heal people from range. I like that.
Whoa. Did you say she?
Here we go. Go ahead, get it off.
There are women in Battlefield? They're putting women back in Battlefield?
This is the future?
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God. No.
I'm shaking.
My immersion.
Shit.
Bro.
I don't feel like they'll have a big problem with this because they just said the female class will be the medic, so I'm pretty sure all the sexists.
See, that's sexist.
Yeah,
why do women only be healers? Why can't they be
as long as she's the healer, bro?
I'm telling you, bro.
Nurse Joy, dog. Nurse Joy.
Why can't we get some nice muscle women to be our engineers? I think that would be fun.
You want an Abby type?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
See, every squad has the ability to call down and spawn vehicles.
I've seen Abby throwing them haymakers. I would love for her to be in my squad the way she be killing people.
Let's see this guy. Attachment system. You can hold and have 2 attachments on your character that you can swap out. If you have a Chris Vector and you can add the vertical grip. You could take your red dot and add an ACOG. You can do that on the fly.
Wait, it's like Crisis, like
it seems like you can have multiple scopes. Yeah, it seems like.
Okay, this shit sound gas, bro.
You can swap out a small mag with a drum mag. It seems like you can do this all on the fly. Basically, you can customize your weapon on the fly while you're still on the battlefield and stuff.
How many people in a squad?
Now that it doesn't say on Reddit. It's
how many people on the server? How many people on the server?
It doesn't say on Reddit, but it says.
I saw.
Did you see?
I saw one Reddit. I saw something on Reddit. I tweeted it out like a week ago. Somebody had said it was 128.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, I did see that. Huh.
Yo, I'm telling you,
what does that come out to when you split it in half?
64 v 64.
Okay, and what was it before?
Oh, you talking about total? Yeah, it's 64 v 64.
64. You're essentially doubling the amount of people. Yeah,
it was
doubling them.
Huh.
It was 32 versus 32.
This shit about to be. You remember Mag on the PS3?
Yep.
This shit about to be Mag.
It's gonna be that.
They had all the damn people on there. Yeah.
I'm telling you, this shit sound like a BF4 true successor, bro. It sounds like
we
what the
need a
streets
new
been
shooter.
begging
As much
for.
as I enjoy,
I'm so
Apex.
sick of Call of Duty, bro.
Yeah,
I'm so sick of that. Too. I'm so sick of Call of Duty right now, bro. It's time for the king to come back.
Well,
I'm ready.
I just want a good multiplayer shooter where we can hop on, shoot some
and
shit,
play
objectives. I think that's why Arena is so like refreshing. It feels like traditional multiplayer. Like bring that shit back, but like in Call of Duty, that shit's annoying because all they do is camp. But this shit, as long as this rumor is true, where like you cap sectors and then you get to hold it and just move on to the next, I feel like this could be gas.
Yeah, they add that, bro. A bunch of characters. Give me a bunch of good guns, and in the near future, bro. I'm telling you, I've been begging. I know a lot of people wanted like a modern, but I kept saying I really wanted a sequel to like 2142. So if that's what they're doing, this shit sound heat, bro. This sounds like the one, bro. We've been waiting.
How would it be a sequel to 2142 if it's 2042?
Well, like from a thematic standpoint, it's similar.
Mechanical.
Yeah, because if it's based off of the lore, I was actually telling somebody this on earlier on Twitter. So if you played BF4 through the DLCs, they tell a story of how like basically the US pushes into China and like takes down China, the mainland.
China, when a race in China.
And then they once they beat China, they realized the Russians are developing. You might have remembered in BF4, it was like a floating tank, and there was a reference to 2142. And people were like, "Oh shit, are they about to make a 2142?" And then we waited 2 fucking Battlefield games, so they made us shitty ass World War I and World War II, which no one asked for. And now I guess this is what people actually asked for. It's not a bad Company 3, but I'll take it. This shit sound gas. I ain't gonna lie.
Let me ask y'all this: do y'all care whether or not this has a single player campaign?
No, I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't.
I don't care. I don't care at this point for Battlefield.
If it's not Bad Company, I don't want a campaign, bro. Just overload the multiplayer with maps and guns and shit. That's where people go for Battlefield.
They would never do this, but if they announced it was free to play, that would have the internet go crazy.
That shit would be gas.
I feel like they're far behind.
Yeah, you know, they ain't never gonna happen. They ain't never gonna have a CA. So.
I mean, at this point, is this a flagship property for EA?
Yeah, it's always been one of their flagships. Yeah.
I feel
they took some L's, but it's still their flagship.
Yeah, I feel like
that's their Call of Duty contender.
I hope it comes back though, and like people actually give it a chance. Let's just do me a favor, all content creators. If this game comes out and it's really fucking fun and good, if it only has like 30-40 weapons, let's not cry about that.
Don't say it's trash, please, God.
Because the
that's a lot of guns. if you niggas try to say this game is trash because it doesn't have 100 guns, I'm gonna be sick of y'all.
Knowing that you're only gonna use 2 to 5.
Exactly. You only 5 of them are going to be the best, and no one else is going to use anything but those 5. Please stop.
Yes, sir. What's the name? Did you say anything on this, Jay?
Yes.
AG is very excited.
I was just chiming in, but yeah, I from what we've seen or heard from these leaks, it's looking like it's actually going to shape up to be the Battlefield that we've been wanting for a couple of iterations, because we didn't like 1. 5 was actually okay, but again, it was in the past, so like we played it for a little bit. I know me and Ethos convinced me to actually play it after we basically dunked on it during the beta. Cause I remember we played the beta and we were like, nah, this ain't it, dog. Like
that shit was terrible.
Like, yeah, we gave our thoughts. We were like, nah, this is bad. But then Ethos started playing and he was like, you know what? He was like, this is actually kind of good. I was like, all right, I'm gonna try it.
But I tell you, it plays like BF3. It plays like BF3.
But it's just in the fucking past, bro. We just we couldn't fully get on it. But I mean, they were keeping up with it when it came to updates and stuff. So like I said, it was fine. But I think this is definitely the Battlefield that we've been wanting. I know people have been screaming to the high heavens for years to give a Bad Company 3. I don't think it's gonna happen. But again, like Edo said, maybe this will be the closest thing that we can get to it. So.
We got a couple hands raised for people want to share their opinions on Battlefield 6. What people got to say about it on the stage.
I miss the music. I miss that boom 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 boom.
Levolution.
I miss that shit.
Space Lucian.
Hey,
there better be the Space Force in there as a faction.
Hey, that'd be gas. Like they jump from Halo jump from the space and shit and jump in. That'd be heat.
Yes, sir. Big Dust, the legend in the building. What you got to say about Battlefield 6?
Big Dust.
I have a lot to say, actually. Thank you for asking.
I really like Battlefield 6. I think it's going to be the best Battlefield game ever.
Thanks for
Thank you,
sharing
Dust.
your opinion, Dust.
Yeah, thanks, Dust.
Freaking Dust, man. We gonna move you on. You ain't ready.
Yeah,
Wait. Hold up. My bad.
Oh,
Oh my God. Go
I
ahead.
didn't know my name was on push to talk. Anyway, just by my statement just by what I'm gonna say with the Battlefield 6 or 2042, if these rumors are true, this is gonna be hands far gonna be one of the greatest multiplayer games, like in terms of recent memory. Because I was a person that enjoyed Battlefield 4. I really like to see what they do with this game, especially with having like the 64 players base. They just updating the player base. My only hope is that they come with the servers when they actually release the game.
That's
like
a
make
good
sure
point,
the servers
yeah.
are good.
Yeah, freaking. Also, the way the servers work, like I never liked it with Battlefield where you had to go through the web browser and shit like that. Can we keep it all in the game? I don't remember what it was like in Battlefield
pretty
5.
Annoying. Yeah, Battlefield 3 was you didn't have to do that with 5.
Okay, so they
3,
did get rid of
oh my
that.
God. Yeah, even though that was, by far one of the greatest Battlefield games ever in recent memory, but yeah, that was pretty
That's
terrible.
how little
I
we
hated
played
that
Battlefield
shit.
5. I didn't even remember that wasn't even in there because 4 is
Yeah.
my fondest memories.
Yeah, it was in game. I don't even know why they did that.
Freaking. We haven't even seen no gameplay though. You willing to die on that hill though, Dust, saying that it's gonna be the greatest multiplayer if it's true?
I ain't gonna say it's really gonna. I really ain't gonna say it's gonna be really that good, but it all depends on how it goes with these. These are just like rumors. This is just stuff on Reddit. They haven't really gone out and actually did this. And based on the Reddit, it's saying that they have like a pre-alpha or pre-beta coming out later this month, or later like this year of sorts.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they've been doing betas for like everyone. We lost Ethos, but whatever. They've been doing alphas or betas like for every release, so I wouldn't be surprised by that. They also said there's an event for content creators on June 15th, so maybe around that time we'll see more gameplay. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to see the gameplay of it, see how well it actually looks. Because from the alpha images and the pre-beta images, it kind of looks really good. Like I really enjoy it. Like I really enjoy it. Hope for it. I just wonder what formula they are going to carry from the Battlefield form this time around. Are they going to carry what they have from Hardline? Because personally, and I have a controversial opinion, I sort of kind of okay with Hardline, but I wasn't enjoying the fast-paced compact of it. I kind of like the Battlefield 4 mechanic with the 4 different classes. I really hope they bring that in this iteration of Battlefield.
I don't think it's that controversial to say that you like Hardline.
No, I didn't say I didn't. No, I said I didn't really like Hardline's like class system a little bit. That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. We're gonna have to see when they actually reveal the gameplay. Hopefully in the next couple days, because like I actually got a DM from them today, and I thought I was special until I seen other content creators fucking posting it, and it's like some cryptic video. It didn't even mean shit.
Oh, boo-hoo.
I thought I was special for a second.
You're not special.
They better leak that shit in my DMs. We gonna see. There we go. We got Ethos back. But yeah, we appreciate you though, Dust.
Yeah, I appreciate talking to y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Be safe, buddy.
We're gonna let one more person in to get their quick thoughts, and then we'll move on.
Who we pulling up?
Gree.
Big Gree 41.
Big Gree.
Sound like a rapper.
What's up, everyone?
What up, Gree?
Yep.
How you feeling about Battlefield 6 rumors?
If it turns out to be really good, it might just keep me out of Apex Legends. Because right now, like Apex is that's my go-to shooter game. The Battlefield 5, I played for like a month and never played it again. Battlefield 1, I actually enjoy Battlefield 1. I feel like I'm the only person that enjoy that game, but I need that feeling of Battlefield 3 and 4 back. That's what I need. Like Call of Duty's just not doing it anymore. So, yeah.
I feel that. I actually miss those clips on YouTube of that era where like people would do crazy shit with like the airplanes and like taking them down with like a pistol and stuff like that. You don't get that type of stuff in Call of Duty. Like those insane. Didn't you used to do that type of nerd shit, Ethos?
You know it. I love that shit. Shooting a tank while jumping out of an airplane or blowing up airplanes while jumping out of jets. That unlike anything ever. Just loved it.
Do you guys think people are gonna start putting C4s on cars and just driving them off.
I miss that. I miss
know
putting
people used to do
C4
that, so-
on the Jeeps and rushing tanks with them.
Yeah. Because I know there was in Battlefield 4 there was an explosive, but it was only activated through motion detection. So they would drive and jump off the car and just go off.
Yeah, definitely. If they do stuff like that, it's gonna be fire. It's gonna make a lot of fire content too. What was that old boy's name that I used to like? Was it Stone Mountain 64? I think is his name.
Oh yeah,
he used to
do
troll and do
voices
stuff.
and
Yeah, he was cool. He was funny.
That was
Definitely want to see
great.
the
Shout
Battlefield community.
out to
come
him.
back.
Shout out to Jack Frags too.
Yeah, he's
still doing it.
He's hanging in there.
He's still hanging in there. Matimio.
Yeah, Matimio Battlefield.
They'll all come back now.
Cool.
You know, they all went over to Tarkov and stuff. So.
Against for sweats.
Yeah, it is.
I forget.
Yeah,
I was interested in playing until I realized you got to get like a teacher to teach you how to play that shit because they don't teach you nothing. Like
it's a lot. It's a lot to
go
learn.
on Reddit and they have a word for it. It's like the Russian version of senpai. I forgot what the word is, but you got to get an actual teacher. I was like, bro, I'm not playing this shit. I'm good with that.
Did you guys ever have difficulty flying jets when you first played a Battlefield game?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I still can't fly them.
Hard as hell, bro. Yeah,
I still can't fly them,
I
motherfuckers.
don't give a fuck. I'm gonna kamikaze somebody. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm gonna ram into the ground and
It was
you
still
kill somebody.
First time I played it on the PS3 Battlefield 3, I was like, all right. So I was like, it showed the screen like, all right, these are the buttons. Go fly. I was like, all right. So I didn't even take off. I ran right into a fucking mountain.
Yeah,
So,
I couldn't fly jets. I couldn't fly helicopters for a little bit. Like it was hard, especially on PC. Like it was difficult. So
Had to brush up on the mouse and
True,
keyboard
true.
skills, trying to get active
sweaty again. No.
I feel like I haven't really gotten sweaty on mouse and keyboard since like the Rainbow days.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's about that time.
yeah, I appreciate you, Green.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys. Yeah, have a good day.
All right, you too.
Speaking of another sweaty game, since the last podcast, Overwatch 2 gameplay. They showed more of it at, I think it was like BlizzCon or some shit. So what they showed is the game will no longer be 6v6. It's now 5v5. They showed a new map. Ooh. Assault gameplay. Now, from the untrained eye, because I haven't played Overwatch since maybe like seriously, at least since like what, 2017, something like that. So Assault looked like the same push the payload mode to me, but according to the experts, it's not. And then on this article, it says Assault mode is where an attacking team and a defending team vie for contested capture points on a map. Attacking teams will have a set time to capture a point, while a defending team must stop them and the two teams will switch off. While Assault will still be available in custom, it will be removed from quick play, which is being designed to be similar to competitive. So this mode doesn't even sound like it's really going to be that big of a deal, because at the end of the day, they're trying to push competitive and they're already taking it out of, I don't get it. Let's see. Then they announced like there's going to be UI changes, like, you know, some character updates, changes like that. They're experimenting with some new modes, but nothing solid. I'm not gonna lie. People forget this game came out in 2016. This shit is looking like a disappointment to me. It doesn't look like a terrible game, but it looks exactly like Overwatch 1. And then on top of that, people who have Overwatch 1 can play with people on Overwatch 2. So what's the point of buying this game? Because there's some new half-ass mode that looks like the last one and some UI changes. Graphically, it looks like the same game from 2016. I don't know. You're more hardcore at Overwatch. How you feeling about this, Ethos?
So the main reason why you'd want to buy Overwatch 2 is for the co-op campaign and the co-op missions. That's about it. If you don't care about that, then you probably don't want to get it.
Didn't they say something about the tanks too? You can't have two tanks or some shit like that?
Yeah, you're only allowed to have one tank. I jokingly said to, actually Danny was up here, I jokingly told him, I was like, bro, this shit's going to turn into a MOBA. And he was like, you know what? That's basically what it is. Like, you're picking one tank on your team. That's going to be like your anchor. And then the rest of them are just going to like jump in. It's just going to be pure chaos and try to kill each other. So I feel like it's needed. It was needed because I feel like 6v6 and right now in Overwatch is a little bit overwhelming. Like, I feel like having two tanks, two DPSs, and two healers is just like, it's just a lot. Like, I always felt like once you engage into a fight, there's always like an extra person that feels like, dang, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. Like, it just felt like there was just too many people fighting for one time. So maybe this is a good change. I don't know. None of us have played it, so I can't speak if it's a good change or not until we actually get the chance to play it. But I agree with you. I'm like, other than that, it's like if you're a multiplayer, like if you play Overwatch for the PvP, it's hard for anyone to it's hard to justify like you want me to pay $40 for this? Because effectively all I'm gonna get is what, skins? That's it. Because like you don't need Overwatch 2 to
this
play this.
just doesn't feel like a sequel. It feels like an expansion, and why not call it that?
It feels like a big overhaul of the game mechanics. Like don't get me wrong, like the UI changes look great. Like the stuff with Zenyatta and the support characters where like I get more information on what's happening look like fantastic. They're good quality. That's what it is. It feels like a bunch of quality of life changes, which I feel is good, and the adjustments and the stuff they're doing there. But like I agree with what you're saying. There's nothing definitively outside of the co-op campaign that's just like this is brand new. And even then, like Overwatch had co-op campaigns in the multiplayer. Like they built 4 of them in the base game, like after the game had come out. So it's like, what's the big thing? What's the big selling point? And it's just like,
I give passes to games.
More heroes?
If it's like a trilogy, I'll give it a pass. Like Mass Effect 2 to 3, it's like, okay, I get it. It wasn't gonna be a big jump. But Mass Effect 1 to 2, there was I always feel like that second game should always be like that big leap where you reiterate it. Yeah, and then 3 you just fine tune it. But this feels like they went from 1 to 3 where it's like they didn't really change anything, if that makes sense.
Yeah, just like, I don't know. Maybe it's something that I'm missing. I don't know what honestly their plan is with this. Like I just can't see it like from you already have a marketing nightmare where people can't even figure out if this thing's like, is this a DLC, is this actually like a full-on game, and they keep marketing it as we want to really make this feel like the sequel it deserves, but like your entire audience isn't buying that. Like everyone I see who talks about this, no one I hear him saying like, yeah, this is a sequel we've been waiting for Overwatch. It just feels like okay, this is like, I don't know, it is. I don't know if it's just because the expectations have changed. Like with Apex, it would be like Apex, right? It'd be like, what if Apex next year came out and was like, hey guys, we're introducing Apex Legends 2, and we're gonna add 5 new legends into the game, and on top of that, the arena mode, like we're gonna add a arena mode now. Like that's like how they did Legacy, right? And then they try to tell you, now give us like $30 for this. Like, would you do that? It was like, no, I wouldn't. So I don't get it, man. I really don't understand this. It's really stupid in my eyes, but whatever. Blizzard's gonna Blizzard.
What about you, Jay?
Yeah, I feel like at this point, like I'm just totally disconnected with Overwatch and what they're doing with Overwatch 2. Like Etho said, like that's the only thing that would bring me back to Overwatch would be the co-op like story campaign. Other than that, like I don't see what the real appeal is for me trying to get back into Overwatch, period. I mean, shout out to Overwatch for lasting this long, because like I said, it's a freaking juggernaut when it comes to the esports and the competitive community. But like it just didn't do enough for me to stay with that game if I wasn't going to like be a tryhard and play it competitively. And I understand like that's again what they're trying to do. They're trying to go full on competitive and just do a lot of quality of life things, a lot of balancing things, add new maps, add a couple of new game modes for the competitive aspect. But other than that, like I just don't see a reason for me to get back into it. Like I might again play for the co-op. I know we talked about this before, but like none of this stuff, like it just goes by the wayside.
You
like,
really care enough? I don't care enough about the story to play. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like if they don't, because maybe they haven't revealed everything. If they don't announce some like definitive feature or like change, I might skip this game, bro.
I mean, but if it's free, you're gonna play it. Are you gonna play if it's free?
Yeah, I'll play it if it's free.
So like if they just say like, okay, for example, if they announce like 5 new heroes and those are all like you can get them all by playing, just being part of Overwatch and new maps and stuff like that, would you try to re-download it and play it again and see if you like it?
How much it costs?
Like free, like that. So like the thing, see, that's what the confusion happens, right? Basically, if you play the game for PvP, you don't have to pay anything. It's for people who want like the updated skins that Overwatch 2 is going to come with. For the people that want the like co-op campaign, that's where you have to pay the money if you want Overwatch 2. But it seems like from the way they've explained it, if you own Overwatch already, you don't have to pay to get like these like PvP changes and the update. It's not like if you play Overwatch
for the story,
right
but the multiplayer is
yeah,
free.
Exactly. It's like if you play like the way you play Overwatch now, right? When Overwatch 2 happens, it's not like everyone who owns Overwatch 1 can't play the game anymore. Like it's not like a Destiny 1 to Destiny 2. It's like literally the same people playing Overwatch right now are gonna be the same people playing Overwatch 2 without any separation of community. It's just if you want to play the co-op stuff, if you want the updated skins, you're gonna have to pay this money. Which is why I'm like what you said. It doesn't feel like a sequel. Sequels don't do that. No sequel does that. It sounds like an expansion or like a big like quality of life update. I don't know why they're marketing this.
I'm gonna put this in the bracket of it's not fuck this game. I'm just not that interested in it. It's more so Me playing this depends on what comes out around the same time. Like, I don't
There's
know.
nothing to play.
Yeah, if this comes out the same day as Starfield, I'm playing Starfield, bro. Like, I don't know.
I feel that. Like, if this comes out in like June and there's nothing to play, then yeah, I'll probably re-download it and check it out.
Yeah. Who on the trap
Yeah,
phone?
like I said, I don't know what that is.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Well, you already know what it is. But yeah, like I said, I'm not excited. Like I'm interested enough to see what the co-op campaign is going to be like, but I'm not excited by any means. Like I said, I'm just totally disconnected with Overwatch and everything that's going on with Blizzard. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's disappointing to see because I remember when Overwatch 1 was first announced and like I think Ethos got to play it early or something like that, but he was like, "This is the next big thing," and it's like, yeah,
it did, and it was.
It's crazy because Rainbow is
people
still
were
popping.
convinced. Yeah, people were convinced that I remember. Do you remember? People said Overwatch was gonna die in less than a year. People said Rainbow was gonna die in less than a year. And now they're like the top tier like esports competitive scenes in like right now of all gaming.
This is just karma for what they did to
And Valorant.
What about that game?
It's a top tier esports.
Yeah, Valorant's about to just get bigger and bigger. And
It's
just,
never
died.
Can't believe it. All the people said it wasn't gonna live a month. It wasn't gonna be doing nothing. Now look, haters, still in the top 5 of Twitch.
I never said that.
I don't care who said it. I'm just saying I know niggas said that shit.
I said it was overhyped, but yeah, I didn't say it was gonna die. I figured it would have its own community.
It lives forever. Anyways, you want to ask some people?
Yeah, what they think about
Overwatch people?
Ask Caliber. Bree, you're already on, so we ain't gonna bring you on. We're bringing Caliber down.
Yes, sir. Come on down. Young Caliber, unmute the mic. There we go. Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, I actually played that demo at BlizzCon, so I actually played the game early when they.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
we got insight. Okay, tell us
what's up?
No, we said you got insight. Go ahead.
Tell us about it. Yeah, tell us.
Yeah. I played They let us play one mission on the co-op story, and I mean, it was fun. It was challenging. I'm excited about it. You know, granted, I am an Overwatch stan, but you know, I'm excited for the quality of life changes and things like that. And also too, like, as far as like the esports and like how the game is doing, the game as it stands right now is kind of dying off. You know, not a whole lot of people are playing it. So these changes needed to happen to keep the game relevant.
Gotcha. Okay. So did they say how long the campaign was going to be?
No, they didn't give out too many details. And again, they only let us play like one mission. We didn't do any PvP. We pretty much just did one specific mission that, you know, they let us pick a few characters. So we had like Tracer, Reinhardt, and I think Lucio. And that was pretty much it. So they still held a lot back, but we at least got to get that little snippet of what the gameplay was going to be. Now, granted, that was 2 years ago. Things might have changed, but from what I saw, it was pretty promising.
Okay. That got me actually a little bit more interested because he's speaking highly on the co-op.
Yeah, I mean, but again, I'm a fan of Overwatch. I go to, you know, a lot of the Overwatch League events out in Burbank live. So it could just be me just being a fan, but I really enjoyed what I played at BlizzCon.
Okay, appreciate that then.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate you, Kelvin.
Yo, did y'all see that?
See what?
Oh, he left the room. No, somebody just came in here named Young Sire, and he had some naked nigga in his damn profile picture, bro. What the fuck are you doing?
I made that, bro.
These weird ass profile picture. Don't get banned, boy. Like the
fuck?
Get
banned, bro.
Come here with that shit.
Anyways, but yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, worst comes to worst, like we can do co-op, like GI can do co-op, and we can get some content out of it. So
yeah. Hey, TBH, remember when we went to E3 and that dude asked me who my main was?
Oh yeah, the one that was dressed as McCree.
And so what was my hit?
He said, what's your KD?
What was my KD? What was my headshot accuracy?
That was one of those moments where I remember looking at the guy, I was like, what a fucking loser, dude. Like,
yeah, I was like, okay, I'm a nerd, but you are just on a whole different level there, Bucko.
Get away, bro. Read the fucking room.
That show's great.
But yeah, Overwatch 2. I don't know when it's supposed to come out. Did the article say? No, the article.
No date. When it's ready. We have no idea.
When it's ready. Expansion when it's ready. Ubisoft announced a new game out of the blue. No one was not expecting this one. It's a Division spinoff. I don't even know if this counts as Division 3. It looks like Division 2.5 because some gameplay leaked. It's called The Division Heartland. The Division Heartland, according to Ubisoft, is a free-to-play, open-world survival action game. We moved from the big city to a small town in America called Silver Creek. So basically, you're in Cleveland. You'll come to know Silver Creek and its mysterious story through a co-op PvE mode called Expedition. And the day that they announced this, they had the sign up page for if you want to play in the alpha, give some feedback. They said that, you know, if you're in the alpha, you got to sign an NDA and don't leak any gameplay. It wasn't even a day later, there was gameplay on YouTube. I knew it was going to be taken down, so instantly I put the link in the group chat, made sure everybody saw it. Well, how did you feel about it, Jay? Heartland?
Man, like I said, I hate trying to judge like leaked gameplay, especially how it was. Like, it was terrible. Like, that leaked gameplay looks so bad. Just not even because of like how the alpha may have looked, but just the person who recorded it. It looked terrible. So it just made it look so much worse than it probably did, like when they were actually playing it. But bro, there was nothing good about what we saw. Absolutely nothing good about what we saw. I can't name one thing that I was like, like I'm intrigued to actually, you know, see when this comes out, or you know, when the beta comes out, and maybe I can get my hands on it. Absolutely nothing. It looked bad. It looked like they were trying to go more like the straight Dark Zone route with what we saw. And I'm not sure what I was actually looking at. I don't know if that's 100% like the route that they were going with this, but like just the gameplay, like the actual video just looked bad. So I'm hoping, like, because whoever leaked it doesn't end up putting, you know, a full negative type of aspect on the game whenever they do get to revealing more and letting more people in so that they can play it. But it wasn't a good look. So like, because even if I was the one that was just like, nah, like I'm not feeling this for what we saw, it just makes me like not want to really give it a chance after seeing it.
So you saying that it looks like they're going full blown all chips on the Dark Zone? It even says in the article, new game mode Expedition is a PvE VP mode. Oh, my bad. It's called Storm, and it features 15 teams of 3 players each, a total of 45 players. Both modes will have scavenging, exploring, looting, fighting, and surviving, all while avoiding the most aggressive and unpredictable virus contamination. So it sounds like they just, I don't know, I could be wrong, but it sounds like they fucking removed the story and they just threw everybody in the Dark Zone and made it free to play. It dead ass from the gameplay I saw, like, so we linked the article in the show notes for those that are listening right now, but they, you know, the leaked gameplay got deleted, so you're not gonna be able to see it. Maybe if you Google it, you'll find it, I don't know, allegedly. But the gameplay that I saw, it looks like they just took the assets from the Division 2 and repurposed them into Cleveland. It's running on the same engine, and they said, you know what, nobody's buying the Division 2, so fuck it, we're just gonna reuse the assets and make it free to play and remove the fucking story and call it Heartland. I'm willing to bet money this game's gonna flop hard fucking core. What do you think though, Ethos?
I kind of forgot this game existed. Remember, I was in the DMs, I said I got access to it, and I
you didn't even care, man. Fuck this game.
I forgot to download it and play it, so I could have had some insight. But I mean, I would have been NDA, so I couldn't even say anything. But I haven't even downloaded to try it yet, so I have no idea. Maybe I'll have to check it out and see if it's as bad as that leaked stuff. So we'll see.
I'm good off of this. I don't even know what else to say about this. We got somebody who raised their hand up. Maybe they got some type of something they wanted to say about it. If you did play it, remember, fucking NDA, so don't
You're
share
under
it.
NDA.
Don't share that.
Don't get in trouble.
No, I'm under NDA. How I sound? No sound.
You sound
right?
great. You sound great. What up?
Awesome.
How you pronounce your name?
Ginseng.
Ginseng. There we go. All right, like, gotcha.
Yeah, I did play the beta, and I'm under NDA and everything. But I would say it's interesting with the side eye because
sucks.
Yeah. It's like it really didn't. From what I was shown, I wasn't that amazed. Not like how when I first got in Division 2, I played the demo. I was like, "Yo, Division 2's fire." I'm bought the game and played Division 1. With this one, I'm gonna have to see the end result because you're not really putting stars in my eyes.
I'm gonna ask you to leave it at that too. I don't want you to go into any specifics because I don't want nobody getting in trouble. We'll just take your word. You weren't impressed.
Yeah, more like speculation around it. I honestly just think they just made it because of their expansion for the Division universe. Because their mobile game, novel, Netflix film, they said it was free to play, so maybe it might be a low barrier to entry for that story. I don't know.
Okay. There we have it. It's gonna be free to play, so I mean, I'll still try it when it comes out, but I'm not gonna lie, Ubisoft, Ubisoft on the clock too. Y'all need to make a new fucking game, bro. What's going on with them?
Yeah. Appreciate you, Jensen.
Yes, sir. Last but not least, all I got on the show notes is a report that a PS5 redesign is already coming. It will be a substantial change. Reason they're trying to redesign the PS5, and this is a rumor that hasn't been confirmed, but the rumor states that basically because there's a chip shortage, they want to go with a different type of chip, a semi-customized one, so they'll be able to pump out more PS5s. The Xbox is having the same issue as well, and this is rumored to be targeting a 2022 release date. Does anybody care about this?
Is it black?
Wow, what are you, a fucking nationalist, like a black nationalist or something?
No, I just know for a fact that the black PS4 looks way better than the white PS5, so I want a black version of the PS5.
I sense some racial undertones in that.
No, it's just facts. The black version's
all right,
always
Ethos
Hampton. Man, damn. I'm just spitting a fact, bro. The blackout versions are usually always the best looking.
I got a PS5, so I don't really care. But if this is actually true, this is good because then more people will be able to get their hands on the PS5. My only question is because they're using a rumored semi-customized chip, does this change the power in it?
Do you think they're going to get the red rings of PS5 death?
Oh, true. Yeah, introducing new parts could introduce new problems. That is a good point. I don't know. I wouldn't wish that upon anybody.
Out in the CPU or something. Yeah, all these PS5s are overheating or something.
I wouldn't wish that upon anybody.
I wouldn't say anybody.
Oh, who would you wish that on?
I will not speak on who I might wish that upon, but there's definitely some people I wouldn't mind their PS5s combusting.
All right, Jay. What's going on with this guy? What? Jay, do you have any take on this?
I mean, this semiconductor shortage has been putting a damper on pretty much everybody in this industry. So whatever Sony decides to do, I hope it does help get the PS5 into more households. But at the end of the day, like we said earlier, if they don't come out with any games, what is the point of even getting it? So doesn't matter what type of hardware that they get. It doesn't matter how much they're able to manufacture. And if they don't have any games, they're going to suffer the same problem. They're going to get the same slander that we get Microsoft and Nintendo.
I just hope if this redesign is real and they start pushing out in 2022, by that time we have some fucking games. So because if we don't, that'll be two different PS5s. We don't even got two fucking PS5 exclusives. So I'm just saying. I don't care about no new console. How about you put a game out?
Yeah, I will say this: like Sony, it isn't surprising that they would be considering doing another redesign, considering like they've already done it for the PS4, the PS3, PS2. So it's not out of the ordinary.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, y'all got any more? Y'all got anything else you want to talk about that's not on the show notes?
Dying Light 2. Did you end up
Oh, I
seeing that?
forgot about that. Yeah. What do you want to say about that?
I mean, we finally got a release date, so that's the main thing.
This year.
December 7th. December 7th, 2021. We have 4-player co-op, not just 2 players. I'm curious about that one because I know in co-op Dying Light 1, you pretty much played the same character, same main character. It was just, different outfits and stuff. But I wonder in this one, they were kind of hinting like you were going to be able to play like different characters. Like if you jumped into one of your friends' games, hopefully that does happen because it was kind of weird. Like I don't like playing the same character in the co-op. Like it would be nice if it was
Bunch
other
of
main characters
76s running around.
Yeah, like it was just weird to me. Like I would like to play other characters, so I'm hoping because they were like showing other characters. I'm hoping that you get to play like one of those, one of the other characters whenever you hop into somebody else's game. And I'm really hoping that because they keep stressing like the choices that you make, the choices. And I know we talked about like Mass Effect earlier, how the choices actually had consequences, and they ended up going over to the next game. I'm really hoping that these choices are actually significant and not just fluff, because again, they're stressing it so much in Dying Light 2. Whatever clan that you decide to faction with, and whatever upgrades that you want for the civilization. So I'm hoping that they actually make like a significant impact when it comes to the story. But like I said, I'm glad that we finally do have a release date. Hopefully it does not get delayed anymore, because I remember interviewing them, I think it was 2017 or 2018. So it's been a long time and we literally heard nothing about this game. So I'm happy that, they finally got a release date, and it looks like they are on track. So be expecting that. I love Dying Light 1. A little bit unoptimized on the PC, but it was definitely a lot of fun.
Dead Island 2.
Oh my God, we're not gonna talk about that. We're just gonna act like Dead Island doesn't exist. Like Dying Light definitely fixed the problems that they missed with Dead Island and all those games. So, but I like Dying Light 1, and they definitely had a lot of support for that game still. So hoping that Dying Light 2, whenever it finally comes out, that that's gonna be a good game.
All I can say is I look forward to it. I like the gameplay. It looked cool. What about you, Ethos?
Oh, they had and I think they said it had 3,000 new parkour moves. That's a lot.
Ooh. Well, I hope you can do tricks and shit like flips and stuff, or like emotes and shit.
Like the gameplay looks fluid. It looked like even more fluid, like the combat and stuff. So I'm hoping that it's not super hard to do a lot of this shit. But that's a lot of freaking animations for parkour.
Hopefully there's some meaningful co-op in it. Like it's not just 4-player co-op with just 4 bodies shooting, but actually things where it requires you to work together. That'd be dope.
I think we might get disappointed with that one. I'm not even gonna lie, because anytime it's like a drop in, drop out type of situation, which this looks like it's going to be again, I don't think it's going to be anything significant when it comes to that. But I may be wrong. I think it's just cautiously optimistic about it. But I don't know. I think it might be the same.
Yes, sir. What about you, Ethos?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Compared from a year ago, where I thought the game was gonna never come out because I heard it was in development hell. It looks great. So I was a big fan of the first one. I thought it was one of the most underrated zombie games of all time. So I'm excited to see this one actually looks really heat, and they got 4-player co-op, so we can make some more content.
Got you. Was there anything else that I forgot to put on the show notes that you want to talk about?
I think that was pretty much it. That was only one that I saw that you missed. So we're pretty much just waiting until next Saturday. So for anybody who's unaware, because I know that E3, even though they kind of back in the day they were doing E3 from Monday to Thursday, and then they started doing conferences on Sundays and conferences on Saturdays. But this time for the digital conference, they're doing it from Saturday to Tuesday. So be aware, so if you're looking for anything Wednesday and Thursday, they're not going to have anything. But Summer's Games Fest, whatever, because I think it's going to be running over what E3 does, and whatever they end up doing with their coverage, they might end up extending it throughout the end of the week. So we'll see. But again, E3 is from Saturday, June 12th to Tuesday, June the 15th. So just be aware.
I definitely will have my Google Doc open, trying to keep notes on everything. Trying is the key word, because it's so scatterbrained this year.
Right.
But yeah, let us know whenever we stream it in case we miss something. I don't even have to say that. Y'all love to do that. Did you see the new J. Cole album? Did you hear it, bro? Yeah, I heard it, just like everybody else. But if that's all y'all got, all the things you want to talk about, you got the show floor, Ethos. What is your closing statement for Game and Illuminati episode 114? Go.
Yo, Mass Effect's the GOAT. I love it. Still love it. I'll ride and die for that series. God bless.
What an EA show. Check clear this month.
You know it.
See.
Check definitely cleared. Check definitely cleared this month.
All right, JG, what's your closing statement for episode 114? Go.
Yes, sir. So it's been a while. We appreciate everybody for coming through. Big shout out to everybody that sat through the live recording. I hope that you all enjoyed it. I want to take the time. I'm not gonna be super long about this, but I want to take the time to give some flowers to my fellow GI brothers. Ethos, this man has finally Samurai Zero on the wish list on Steam, so that's a good accomplishment.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
You forgot about his own damn.
Oh man,
look at you. So go ahead and put that on the wish list on Steam. Samurai Zero, and this man is forever immortalized in one of his favorite game franchises of all time. It's that dope. Mass Effect. So that's super dope. TBH, Samsung, I see you, and Slim Jim, and some other things that we can't talk about.
Yo, my name's in the credits too with Mass Effect.
Yeah,
No one
your name
cares.
is in the credits too. Your name
No
is
one
also in the credits. Your name is also in the credits, but you have other accomplishments, okay? So I want to focus on ethos. I want to focus on ethos. So we got some more things going on.
I like Mass
Ace,
Effect
I know
too.
he's like, I like Mass Effect.
And Ace has probably been annoying y'all, anybody who watches Twitch. But shout out to him. Got an Indeed commercial. So the man has been taking over the Twitch airwaves. It's pretty dope. And then, got some more things possibly for me too. So again, I just want to give everybody their flowers because it's been a minute, but 2021 has been looking good for GI. Boy, our stock is rising.
Motherfuckers been busy.
So see y'all for the next episode.
Yes, sir. And my closing statement is, now I think about it, the reason I had brought up the meaningful co-op was, I forgot, I didn't even put this on the show notes. I don't know if y'all had played it, but It Takes Two. I played that recently with Bliss Kai. That is probably one of my favorite games of the year. Not that there's been a lot of great games, but that game was fucking fire. A puzzle platformer that you can play like with a friend, and like everything in it was meaningful co-op. It was very thoughtful. You literally had to work together. It's made by the same people who made A Way Out, which was that prison game with the split screen. This one's also split screen too, where you play a husband and wife, and they basically get shrunken by their daughter through some fucking space voodoo or whatever, and they got to figure out how to get back to normal size, and the daughter thinks they're going through a divorce, and the story's like whatever. The gameplay is just really fun to play with somebody. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's top 5 for me this year. Not that there's a lot of competition, but fuck the Oscars. So shout out to them, man. Like that studio that's made A Way Out, and then now It Takes Two. They make really good games. Keep making those co-op games, because like y'all are fucking killing it. If you haven't played it and you're looking for a good cheap game, $30, check out It Takes Two. If you want to see some gameplay, it's on my gameplay channel, Black Hokage Plays. It's only $30 and you get 2 copies of the game, so you can invite a friend to play for free. Can't hate on that. They good business practices. But other than that, that's all we got on the show notes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Give us some feedback in the comment section on the video version at youtube.com/theblack-hokage. Did you guys enjoy when we bring some of you guys from the community onto the stage to discuss your thoughts on the things that we're talking about in the podcast? If you did, we'll continue to do it. If you do want to be a part of the next one, join our Patreon at patreon.com/GI updates. Just keep in mind that you got to do the $10 tier to get into the Discord. It's only a one-time fee. Once you're in the Discord, you're in there forever, as long as you don't get kicked out for being a fucking weirdo.
Best Discord, period. Ain't nothing better.
Yes, sir. Ain't no other Discord where not only you can play games with people, fucking they be in here watching movies and anime and shit.
Hey, shh. Allegedly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Allegedly, bro.
Financial advice up in here and shit. And now we switching it up with the podcast. We trying something new. We trying to add value. We trying. But yeah, that's all I got. Rate the show 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. That helps us move up the algorithm. And we will see you guys on the next episode of the Game and Illuminati podcast. Peace.